Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in, climb on in. I know a lot of y'all been, anticipating this. A lot of y'all been asking, where is the live at? And, I'm ready to hear about herpes. I'm ready to hear about how to get rid of herpes. And, y'all climb on in. We're going to get to it. Let's talk about these creepy crawlers. We have a live testimony today. She's actually in right now, and I just don't have her pulled up on my screen yet. I want to go through a few things, and y'all can ask her anything y'all want to ask her. But before we do that, I just want to set the record straight about some things, about true holistic healing, really healing, not none of this man-made stuff, not none of this lying stuff, people around here scamming and all this and all of that. I'm talking about true healing testimonies, and which, by the way, through the grace and through the pure will of Yahweh, the cosmic creator, we have thousands of them, y'all. And I'm finna just show y'all a few, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what herpes is. We're gonna talk about how it attacks the body, how it gets in the body, because a lot of y'all think it gets in the body through sex, which is sex is one of the ways it can get through the body, but half of y'all didn't get herpes through sex. You've been blaming your significant other, done went through, emotional spells, done divorced your significant other, done had breakups, and the whole time you ain't even get it through sex. It came through your foods. It came through you walking on concrete. It came through zoster vaccinations. It came through all types of stuff, y'all, and we gonna go through everything, and I'm gonna show y'all how to properly rid the body of this thing. So make sure y'all like this, make sure y'all subscribe, and make sure y'all share this. I'm gonna wait for some more people to climb on in the building. We up to 300 right now, and I'll wait till it get a little bit more. We gonna get everything started. Peace, peace, peace to all those who are climbing in. All right, let's get some true understanding on what herpes is and how to rid it out of the body. A lot of people say, well, it's a virus. What is a virus? Well, if you truly start looking what herpes is, even down to the name, it comes with a virus. It comes with a viral load. It comes with cells like exosomes and lysosomes, like a full-grown human being comes with these same cells that can become viruses, but it is a live, living organism. There's a difference between a protein. There's a difference between a viral load, which is a protein, and a live living organism. And these live living organisms can be parasites. They can be the microbiota. They can be the candida. They can be the thrush that's in you. It can be the yeast. It can be the fungus. It could be all these things that are already within the body. But you have to realize everything have microbiota and live organisms on them. All animals do. Plants, soil, dirt, everything do. So how are you truly getting this thing? Where is it coming from, and how to get rid of it? And is it truly a sexually transmitted disease? And I'm going on the record to say herpes is not truly a sexually transmitted disease. No, it's not. If so, then how did the first person get it? I'm gonna ask that again. If herpes is a sexually transmitted disease, then how did the first person get it? How did the first person get it? Showing you that it is not a sexually transmitted disease. It is a viral load that come by way of a microorganism. And then once this organism get on you, if you have sex, then you can shed and it can get on you that way. Because if you look at what herpes is, it's not one of these things that you can breathe in. It's something literally, if you bump skin, it don't even have to be sex. If you hug somebody and they're in their shedding mode, or if they're having an outbreak, or if they're having an asymptomatic outbreak or a tingling sensation, and they're shedding this microorganisms, or they shedding the actual protein of this microorganism, and it gets on the epithelial layer of your skin, you can catch it. And that's why, lately we've been seeing herpes in the weirdest spots. Herpes on the fingers, herpes on the cheeks. And I'm asking, dang, how did it get on cheeks? Well, it went on the fingers first, and then he scratched his face. Herpes in the eyes, herpes on the thigh, herpes on the inner knee, herpes everywhere in odd spots that you usually won't see it at, showing and proving that this is a skin infection / viral load. So let y'all climb on in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If y'all ready to get everything started, y'all make sure y'all type in some 9s. If y'all can hear me well, and if y'all can see me real good, make sure y'all type in some 7s, and we gonna get this thing started. And make sure y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads, because a lot of y'all keep asking, y'all keep do another one about herpes, do another one about herpes. Well, this is my last one I'm gonna do going over herpes, y'all, because I didn't explain this stuff so much. So if you can hear me and see me, type in some 7s, and if you're ready for this download from the ether, the non-ethernet, this digital high frequency, vibrational frequency download, make sure y'all type in some 9s, or we gonna get it started. All right, all praises, all praises. So before we actually get into this, and before I show y'all what herpes is, I want to show y'all healing testimonies. You know, a lot of people say, Yaki, you haven't posted healing testimonies in a few months. Well, we've been so busy, and you know the government just be on my head so much, and they always knocking me off my YouTube. They always knocking me off my IG, and always knocking me off my Facebook. So I've been trying to play it smart if I can still give y'all, you know, these high vibrational frequency downloads and give y'all, you know, this good knowledge and wisdom to apply to one life to heal oneself. So I'm trying to keep that balance, you know, in between sharing information with y'all, showing, you know, curable testimonies, because whether I say cure or healed, if I'm showing a testimony, I'm saying cured, and it alerts them a lot, and then they start messing with me, messing with my money, and shutting down my page. But it was on my spirit today to go and share some with y'all, and we can go through a few of them to show y'all how real this stuff is and how you can get rid of anything. Remember, I don't believe in the illusion that we call disease. All diseases is your body trying to eliminate. It's called a fontanelle, our alternative route of elimination, when your body is trying to heal itself with the self-healing mechanism that Yahweh, the cosmic creator, put within you when he created your being. And these symptoms that you get from the body trying to heal itself, you go to the hospitals, you go to the doctors and these doctors' appointments, and et cetera, and et cetera. And what they do is they name the symptoms of your body trying to heal itself a dis-ease, and they give it a name after a doctor, plus the location where the mucus and the inflammation have manifested itself at, and then boom, there go your dis-ease. Out of nowhere, they just created some shit for you. And then how they treat it with suppressive therapy. They give you pharmaceutical chemicals, you know, nitrous gas, mustard gas, and things like that, and oil, petroleum oil, that they putting in all of these different chemicals that they call medicines. And the medicine that they give you to treat the body trying to heal itself, expressing its symptoms, that's what kills you. That's where the side effects come from. It's not the body going through its regular detoxification healing crisis. The body does that naturally all day, every day, y'all. So we have to truly start understanding what health is, what healing is, what sickness is, and we gotta totally pitch that bullshit word disease. Unless we gonna identify with dis-ease, meaning my body is not flowing through its meridian process, the meridian pathways with a flow. You know, it's stopping the ease of the flow. Now I'm at dis-ease because the energy points are blocked up. Yet, let's say just by pain, by an undilated nervous system, by inflammation, by backed up dead corpuscles from animal meats and things like that, when you're eating things that you're not supposed to be eating, backed up by mercury, backed up by all different types of metals that's not supposed to be inside of the system, fluoride, you know, due to chemtrails and them tainting the water. Now that will put the body in dis-ease, because now the energy, the ATP, cannot flow properly through the meridian pathways throughout the body, and you know, just the biospiritual and electrical mechanism of the body cannot process and send the melanin transmitters fluently like they used to do. That's what we call dis-ease. We don't call dis-ease cancer. We don't call dis-ease herpes. We don't call dis-ease Lou Gehrig's. We don't call dis-ease Alzheimer's, dementia. Only reason why we would even mention these names is because a lot of people that are new to this channel cannot identify with this whole concept, and it sounds taboo. So in order for you to identify with what I'm talking about, I gotta say these names for you can know what it was. You can know what it is. You can actually relate to it. Other than that, give me a year of this, we ain't even mentioning herpes, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, none of that bullshit, because these are fabricated names that is masking symptoms of your body trying to heal itself. It never was the disease in the first place. It never was this illness in the first place. They had to use this illness. They had to use these things to actually, you know, make money and monetary gain off of it. All right. Now, let's get this started. The first thing I want to show y'all is this. Let me share my screen with y'all. Let me share my screen. All right, I'm sharing my screen and I'm pulling it up. All right, now I'm pulling up my screen. Now, I'm on my Facebook page, and y'all, all of y'all can see, this is very easy to do, y'all. This is very easy to do. Just go to Facebook, and you can do this on my Instagram page, and you also can do this on my YouTube community page. This is true healing. where you can show and prove testimony after testimony after testimony. And I mean thousands and thousands of testimonies. I would have had more than that, but I mysteriously lost my junk drive back in 2019 with thousands of healing testimonies on it. It was on a junk drive and I lost it. So now I walk around with my key, with my junk drive on my key, because I ain't gonna lose my keys. But I lost my last one. And these are just other, I mean, I got so many of them, y'all. And it's not me doing this. It's the herbs and it's the fruits. This is Yahweh doing this. I'm not doing this. I just know how to use and utilize the tools that Yahweh have put here on the earth for me to do. This is my purpose. My purpose is to utilize the elements and bend the air, bend the botanical kingdom that they call earth, bend wind, bend water, bend fire, and use it as a true alchemist, for I can plunge and astringe and cleanse the body and open up the lymphatic system to get anything that's in your body outside of it that was harming it or causing this so-called illusion that we call disease in the first place. So first and foremost, before I even show y'all all this stuff, I'm letting y'all know I'm not taking credit for none of this. Yes, was it done by my hands? Of course. Was it done inside of my healing homes? Of course. Was it done on my watch? Of course. Did I sell the herbs? Of course. Did I give the diet? Of course. But all of the healing all the healing modalities like the curcumitins, the tannins, the bioflavonoids, the biophotons, I didn't make none of those. I didn't make any of them elements, any of them healing chemicals and properties. I didn't create melanin. This was created by the cosmic creator. I just studied and learned the knowledge on how to manipulate the elements and use them for righteous cause. All right, so that's what I want credit for being an airbender. I want credit for literally being a true healing herbalist, a true alchemist. But I cannot sit here and take any type of credibility for the herbs doing what they were supposed to do. The herbs was for the healing of the nations. That was written thousands and thousands of years before I ever even existed in this terrestrial form. You know, Genesis chapter 129, that fruit yielding seed shall be meat unto you, all frugivore diet. That was written thousands and thousands of years before I actually expressed myself and manifested myself in terrestrial form. So I can't take any type of credit for none of that. You know what I'm saying? I only can take credit for what I have done. All right, so go to Facebook and all you have to do is type in Yaki Hickman Healing Testimony. That's it. You can type that one in. You can type in Yaki Hickman Herpes Healing Testimonies, Yaki Hickman HIV, Yaki Hickman Cancer. You can type in Yaki Hickman Parasites. All of my paperwork will show up. I ain't like these other herbalists that's out here lying, don't have one healing testimonies and claiming to be the best herbalist in the world. We got thousands, and I can prove this stuff right now. So, all right, now we on there, right? Let's go to the first one. Here go one right here. This is one right here. And this is not even the goddess that's on the line that we finna show her paperwork and she finna give her testimony. This is from somebody else, y'all. Another one. You see that? Why am I getting attacked? Why is my website keep getting shut down and hacked? Why is the government holding hundreds of thousands of dollars of mine? Why is my content being censored? Why are all of my videos being removed from all of my platforms? Why did my break lines get cut? Why? Because we truly are healing people of these so-called incurable diseases. Another herpes simplex healing testimony. And y'all can see this stuff for yourself. Y'all see it's positive. And she actually did a video, and we can go to her video. Y'all see this one positive, and then we go over, y'all see she got a negative. Y'all see that? I don't make this stuff up. I'm not making none of this up, y'all. And let's keep it going. We can keep it going. That's just one of them. That's herpes, right? Here go another one. This is another one. This is HIV. This is hepatitis B and some more stuff. Look at this stuff, y'all. I mean, look at this stuff. Let's read this one. It says, when your healing methods truly work and you prove them time and time again, word of mouth be all the promotion you need. I never paid for a Facebook promotion. I've never paid for an IG promotion. I've never paid nobody to promote me. When true healing go forth, the word of mouth work for itself. I don't need to do commercials. I don't need to do admins, none of that, because the word of mouth speak for itself. Look at this, y'all. Look at these. This is hepatitis B positive, y'all. These are real results. This come from the HMS lab result report. Page 4 out of 7 pages. Y'all see the positive, and then boom, you switch over, you see the negative a couple of months later. And this person got HIV. You're going to see her high viral load. You see that high positive viral load, HIV. Then you keep going. You see that very low viral load. We getting rid of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to make this stuff up. And this is You see that insulin dependent diabetic? She was diabetic on insulin. Ain't on insulin no more. You see, we got the kidneys filtering and all of that, y'all. I can go on and on. My page go like this for days, y'all. My page go like this for days, and I'm not making this stuff up. You see, it's all there. It's all there. This is a 7-year-old boy. 7-year-old boy, man, his mama is real cool. His mama ended up having I believe liver cancer. Sage Timmons. Y'all can look her up. Y'all can ask her any questions y'all want. There go her name right there. This is her son. Her son had thyroid cancer with tumors all on the thyroids. We got rid of all of that. No more cancer, no more thyroid tumors, no more liver problems, none of that. Here go the testimony, here go the paperwork, and she actually did a live paperwork on this. This is the radiology chart. You know what I'm saying? Look at this stuff, y'all. I'm not making this stuff up. And I even tagged his mama name in here, so y'all can reach out to her if y'all want to, and she's going to tell y'all the same thing. We never have to make none of this stuff up, y'all. Everybody want to know where Yaki Healing Testimonies at. Here they go. And my bad, he was 6. He's probably 7 now. And shouts out to his beautiful, powerful mother. You see what I'm saying? So when I say cancer, I hate that word because I don't believe in it, but since y'all do, we got rid of that. HIV, gone. Diabetes, gone. Kidney disease, gone. All STDs, gone. Sickle cell anemia, gone. Lupus, gone. AIDS, gone. Herpes, gone. Hepatitis, gone. Literally, you name it, which is nothing but an illusion anyway, we done got rid of it. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'll do a few more and then we're going to actually get to the lesson. All right? Here go another one. Which one is this? Here go another one. Which one is this? Here go another positive and negative. Here go another one out of the blue. We see herpes high, herpes negative. This is another herpes. Y'all see that? And this one, we actually did a live testimony on her as well. We did and I think her name was Rachel, I believe. And this is the one in the video where Kawhi and Aniya sat down across from me and we interviewed them too, because we actually healed her inside of our healing home. Here in St. Louis, Missouri, before we shut it down. So we got thousands of herpes healing testimonies, and the reason why we do, because we know what it is. And then you see the high positives, and then boom, you see the normals, you see the negatives where they don't have it no more, they don't have outbreaks no more, they don't see these worms coming out no more, and we totally get rid of the DNA fragment protein. See, true healers know how to go inside the DNA, open up that protein envelope, and pull all of that fragment and DNA up out of there and straighten it out. That's true healing. That's alchemy. That's not me Googling and seeing what good herbs is and then just being inside my basement mixing stuff together. This take true studying, true learning, y'all. And this is what we doing on a high scale, global, y'all. Thousands and thousands of packages go out monthly. Thousands. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, let's get a little bit more. If y'all want, do y'all want more? Let's get some more. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on, let me just click on something else. Look, this one say diabetes. Let's see if it load. This might be one they took down. Nope. This is Facebook. Her name is Joy Elizabeth. Notice she had diabetes and she don't have diabetes no more. You see that? I am now diabetes and hypertension free. But that's an easy one. You know, we can get rid of diabetes and insulin dependence. We can get rid of that within 7 days. You know, hypertension, high blood pressure, we get rid of that quick. Let's go to some more gnarly hard ones, y'all. Uh-oh, hold on. I think I see another herpes. Here it go again. We see the positive, and then boom, we see the negative. We see who it was ordered by, the doctor's name, and all that. All of these, I haven't showed no 2 herpes testimonies. All of these are different herpes testimony. I think we up to 5 now or something like that. And I can go on for days and days for days. You pick the disease, you just type in Yaki Hickman plus the disease name in the search bar, it'll pop up. Prove me wrong if I'm lying. And this stuff is from years and years back. You see that? Hold on, here goes cervical cancer. This is a cervical cancer healing testimony. She was in my healing house at the time of the cervical cancer, at the time of her healing. Hold on, let me fast forward it to her spot. Let me show y'all. Look, we don't make this stuff up. There she go right there. Here go the beautiful goddess. She had cervical cancer stage 4. We healed her of no more cervical cancer. You see that? I was diagnosed with cancer. And this is say is another true healing testimony, completely healed from cervical cancer. Y'all go check that out and watch that live testimony. It was a beautiful testimony, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. We ain't got to lie about nothing. Y'all. Hold on, let me get rid of that real quick. What else we got down here? Hold on, here goes some more. Here goes some more. What's this say? Hold on. This is from Teresa Jones. I believe you. I was taking your 3 bitters you sent me, and the 3 bitters had 25% blockages in my artery. Well, yesterday they did a cardiac cath, and they are saying we don't see no blockages, but my paperwork showing in 2018 that there was 24% blockages. And not only that, we healed her of complete kidney disease. No more kidney disease. You see what I'm saying? So this stuff go on and on, y'all. Like, I can go on and on and on. This is a beautiful woman, a beautiful sister of ours. We healed her of breast cancer. We healed her of breast cancer. This lady right here. Go and check out all of the videos, y'all. I don't have to speak this myself. She's sitting right next to me, showing her paperwork and everything. She had breast cancer, and they was trying to cut her breast off, and we saved her breast through the grace of Yahweh. We did. Me and my brother Malachi Maccabee. Shouts out to Malachi Maccabee. Blessing to that Nazarite. He prayed over her, laid hands on her. I gave her the healing herbs and the diet, and she don't have no more breast cancer. And here go the name of it. If y'all, yet again, another beautiful healing testimony by a strong, courageous queen. You see that? Shantae, and y'all can look her up too. She's vegan now. She actually make vegan food. She completely changed her whole lifestyle and diet around. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lady. And another healing testimony right here. Another herpes healing testimony. Another one right here. Look, check this out. Another one. Hold on. Look. You know what I'm saying? She's up in here. Another herpes healing testimony. Look this stuff up, y'all. Herpes, cancer, all these other different lying words that they're talking about. We done healed somebody from it. We got another one on her. She had nothing but brain tumors. I mean, a lot of them. We got all her brain tumors out. So I'm just showing y'all to show that this stuff is real. You know, this stuff can truly be reversed. Don't let these people lie to y'all. Like, this stuff is real, y'all. Anything can be healed. Anything can be reversed. There is hope, y'all. Y'all don't have to give up. Y'all don't have to, have people thinking that y'all can't get rid of this stuff, because half of the shit that they saying is incurable, we done got rid of. See that? And that's why I don't like playing they games, playing they games of cure. I don't need to use the word cure. Y'all can keep that. I don't need to use the word herpes. Y'all can keep that. I don't need to use the word breast cancer. Y'all can keep that. But whatever's going on with the body, I know for a fact that me and my team can get rid of it, because we done got rid of it time and time and time and time and time again. And these are nothing but facts. All right, with that being said, let's get it. And that was just a few of them, y'all. If y'all want to see the rest of them, which is hundreds of them, I got hundreds on social media, but we got thousands just laying around here. But it's hundreds of them on social media, y'all. Any so-called disease you can name, just go on there, type in y'all key healing, and then put in the name of that. It's gonna pop up. That's how true it is. And look at the years. From 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, we've been doing this. We ain't playing. We ain't up here making up stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't ship out thousands of packages weekly for no reason, because what we doing not working. And again, before I get this lesson going, I've never in my life paid for no type of commercial. I've never paid nobody for no ad. I never did none of that. The healing is so real that the word of mouth have became global, y'all. Baruch Hashem Yahweh, all praises to the heavenly creator for that, though. All right, let's get it going. So this is what herpes is. Show y'all what herpes is, and then we're going to bring her in. So if you actually look up the word herpes and what herpes is, check this out. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video. Make sure y'all share this. Make sure y'all subscribe. If you look up the Greek origin of herpes, this is going to automatically tell you what it is anyway. It says the term herpes is derived from the Greek word to creep or crawl. So herpes literally means the creepy crawler. So everybody running around saying herpes is a viral load, herpes is a virus, doop, boop, 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 and this, then that. No, from the very name of what it is shows you what it is. Herpes, it means to creep and to crawl. You see that in reference to the spreading nature of the herpetic skin lesions. So it means to creep or to crawl, showing you that this is a biological entity and it's not this viral load like they trying to make it seem like. See, because the moment that they be 100 with you and show you what it really is, which is nothing but a parasitic, then you gonna realize in your mind, okay, that means it's living, I can kill it. But if they keep pushing the viral narrative, it's a virus and you can't get rid of it, then you think you stuck with it for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? But the moment that they tell you what it really is, which is literally a hemith worm and a Escoria worm, these are nothing but pathogens. These are literally biological parasites. The moment that they tell you is that, all you got to do is learn how to kill parasites and you will get it out of the body, because what's bringing the protein into the body is the parasite. But you getting this parasite from somewhere. All right, let's get it. It's finna get deep. It's finna get deep. All right, let's go start bringing this stuff up. Let's start bringing this stuff up. All right, so whenever you start getting into herpes, you'll start seeing herpes it has more than 118 strands. Over a few years back, they said it was only 100. Then I think in 2004, they realized it was 108. And then literally since all of my study and research and what I was just telling Ania, based off of the stuff I've been teaching, you can start to see the government change their information, y'all. This how I know that, they might be looking, everybody think y'all keep on this little scale. Obviously, I'm so important that they messing with me holding hundreds of thousands of my dollars, cutting my break line, and the information changed as I brought the information out. I was one of the first people out saying that herpes was a parasite. Wasn't nobody else saying it. I was one of the first people, and I'm not bragging. I'm just keeping it $1.50. And now all of a sudden, we got many articles of doctors and scientists proving that herpes is now a parasite and it's not a viral load like everybody been teaching it is. Ain't that something, though? Ain't that something? Now, just 2016, when I start talking about how it's over 18 strands of herpes, now they saying it is over 118 strands. And out of that 118 strands of herpes, 18 of them are prone to human beings. See that? So the rest of them are prone to animals and stuff like that. And we're going to show you how you get them from the animals by way of the soil, meats, and eating stuff like that, like chickens. Chickens have herpes. All out hell of herpes. A lot of y'all are getting herpes from y'all chickens. We're going to show all of this. A lot of y'all getting herpes from the steaks, from the beef. Cows hold herpes a lot. Chickens and poultry like chickens. What was the other one? Quail, and there was another one, turkeys. Chicken, quail, and turkeys hold herpes. And what they do is they change the name, right? So if you type in, do herpes get chickens? Do herpes is herpes prone to chickens, won't nothing pop up. If you type in, do turkeys get herpes, won't nothing pop up. But if you type in the definition of herpes and you say herpes and chicken related diseases, you will see that it's a disease, nothing but herpes. It's called Marek herpes dermatitis, and chickens is the #1 fowl that catches it all the time. Thousands and thousands of chickens catch herpes all the time. And then you cook these chickens and you eating these herpes, because in high heats, a lot of this stuff don't die in high heat. And that's why they say that it's incurable, because you can put heat on it. You can do a whole lot of stuff. If you don't detox it out of the body, then it's not going to go nowhere, because that's how Fasciolopsis worm acts. It's like you can cut off half the tail, the other half will suck itself back up in your butt and in your anus and still be living again. So you think you got rid of it because you sucked it off, but it's self-producing. That's how these worms is. That's how these parasites is. So a lot of y'all, thinking that herpes is through sex. It's from them damn chickens y'all eating. It's from them burgers you eating and all them big burgers and McDonald's and all other types of stuff. And you can get it through sex. Now let's blow this up and let's read this real quick. Now check this out. It says of the 100, it says there of more than 100 known herpesviruses, 8 routinely affect humans. Okay, now it's 18 that affect humans that they done figured out, because again, if you got chicken pox, if you ever had chicken pox, you got herpes. Okay, if you ever had shingles, you have herpes. If you ever had itchy elbow disease, herpes dermatitis, you have herpes. If you ever had eczema, that is nothing but herpes. It's all part of the zoster vaccination. If you have Epstein-Barr disease, you have herpes. If you had smallpox, you have herpes. All these things are herpes. Chronic acne is herpes. Psoriasis is herpes. It's all herpes, y'all. It's all a part of the same family. And before 1980, all of these things was called cancer. Before they broke up cancer into these other different words, it was all called cancer. And then cancer became carcinoma, sarcoma. It became lymphoma. It became leukemia. It became herpes. It became HIV and all these other things. But at one point, all these different viruses was just called cancer, y'all. And I got books to prove this stuff. I got the data and the data to back up everything I'm saying. It says 8 routinely infect only humans. Herpes simplex virus type 1. Type 1 is when it lives in the basal ganglia in your face, and it expresses itself through the 12 cranial nerves, and that's where you get the breakouts on the lips. But if you get type 1, you still can have type 2 breakouts. So if you get type 1 and you don't have type 2, you still can get genital breakouts, y'all. Then type 2 is in the genital area, but you can have type 2 and never have a breakout on your penis or your vagina, and you can break out on your lips. You see that? You have all types of them. Epstein-Barr. You have herpes virus 6, the variant A and B. You got herpes virus 7. You got Kaposi sarcoma. Now, if any of y'all Google Kaposi sarcoma right now, you will know off back that is cancer. So why is cancer associated to herpes and HIV? Because they all are the same thing, y'all. Quit letting these people lie to y'all. You see that? You have the seminum virus, which is herpes that come from monkeys and stuff. This usually happens in Africa, where you see Africans have the same type of herpes virus as the monkeys. You got called B, and occasionally affect humans. You have all different types of herpes, y'all. And notice what it's talking about, a glycoprotein. I'm always talking about that glycoprotein. If we can get rid of that glycoprotein, we can open up the envelope. Now, guess what? This talking about a glycoprotein barrier, and it's talking about this lipid envelope. The same thing I've been talking about for years now. They finally talking about this stuff, y'all. I mean, I'm kind of flattered, to be honest with you. I'm kind of flattered. Straight up, I'm kind of flattered. So with that being said, before we start getting real deep into, what I'm talking about, we're going to bring her on, and she's going to be able to talk about all this stuff. It says, I'm not lying, is on the CDC, the date they dropped the herpes vaccine, running the test of HIV. Yes, no doubt. End with the 11. So it's a book that I got by a whistleblower showing you that in 1980s, they started giving y'all herpes through the zoster vaccines. We started getting herpes when we was children. When we was children, that's when we started getting these through the vaccines. Notice after the zoster vaccine rush, that's when a lot of children start getting chicken pox and stuff like that. That was nothing but herpes. And a lot of people got it through the hepatitis B vaccination as well. These things came from vaccinations, but how they made it came from animals. They got this stuff from animals, and they got it from different types of meats and poultry and stuff like that. Mixed these things together in Fort Detrick military base, and then they gave you the protein. A lot of us already had the worm inside of us, because this worm is okay when it's inside of our intestinal tract. The moment that it passed through the mucous membrane by the blood barrier, that's when it start having problems. But we're gonna go through all of that. So I mean, you ain't gotta say we gotta believe you. I believe you. I got all of the info on it. It's called the Ebola virus AIDS, and where did it come from? I think that's what it's called. The Ebola virus and AIDS, where did it come from? I'll make sure I show y'all on my Instagram tomorrow. I brought it out in many other segments talking about stuff like that. I brought the book out. But I think it's called that. Y'all don't quote me, dog. Could be wrong. But yes, if you had chicken pox, you got herpes, y'all. All right, so I'm finna bring the sister, the queen, the goddess in, let her introduce herself. We're gonna start chopping it up, showing slides, and just showing y'all how we really got rid of this stuff. And y'all seen the healing testimonies for y'allself. So if you can, I'm gonna unmute you, queen. Could you introduce yourself, and could you come on in? Let me put you on the screen real quick. There you go. How you doing?
Hey, my name is Daniqua.
Can y'all hear Daniqua good? If y'all can hear Daniqua real good, type in some 9s. If y'all can hear Daniqua real good, type in some 9s, and we finna go in. Speak a little bit to them.
Hey. I'm nervous, by the way, people.
So, look, she nervous, y'all. She nervous, but look, I just, first off, before you even start talking, everybody just throw some hearts or something up in here, or give her some 7s. 7 means completion for just having the bravery to come on here to show her face, and we be encouraging a lot of people to come on here and do this, but people just be so scared. So we most definitely, appreciate you, goddess, for even doing this, because a lot of people need to hear this. Y'all realize that 1 out of every 6 people have herpes. So if you get 6 people in the room, somebody got herpes, and that's deep. That lets you know that this is a prominent parasitic / viral load amongst the people. 1 out of 6, y'all. So don't be acting like that y'all in here just all clean. She coming forth. She got herself cleaned up. She healed herself from this parasite / viral load, and now she's ready to talk about her journey and how to get rid of it and encourage y'all to do the same. So if you can, they all can hear you. They all sending you hearts. If you see it, they all showing you much love out here. So all praises to that. So if you can, just introduce yourself and just start walking us through the process through when you first found out you had it, what happened when you went to the doctor, how you felt when they said you had it, and how you got in contact with me and stuff like that. And then I'll guide you through it. Hold on, we losing you, Queen. You breaking up a little bit.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. We can hear you now.
I came in contact with the virus in March.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you real good.
In March of this year, and that next very day after it happened, it was in contact with the dude, of course. I just felt very weird, like very weird. And I've known I knew something was wrong with my body, so I just was freaking out and things, and I went to the ER. They had given me a shot. It was a shot on my buttocks or whatever, and they had gave me some pill just in case if I came into contact with something. And yeah, so I thought I was all right, and I kept having symptoms of something. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
It's okay. Take your time.
I kept having symptoms of something, and yeah, just till March until then. In July, it was a constant battle of constantly going to the hospital back and forth, back and forth. I went to my OBGYN back and forth as well, and every time she done swabs down there, yeast infection kept popping up on their yeast, and she was like, "Why does yeast keep popping up?" And I was like, "I don't know." So
before you keep going, I just want to show something too. And notice what she said, y'all. She was talking about yeast, and notice I want to show y'all how yeast is connected to this parasite. Whenever you start really seeing herpes everywhere, you're going to start seeing a lot of yeast. You're going to start seeing a lot of yeast coming from it, because yeast is nothing but parasites and microorganisms like fungus and everything else, y'all. So I want to show y'all, even if you Google yeast and chlamydia and herpes connection, a whole lot of connections will start popping up, y'all. So I'm glad you mentioned that too, Goddess, and I'm gonna give you the floor again.
All right, you can hear me? So she had given me a big box of yeast infection pills, and I kept taking them and taking them. So I let her know that nothing was improving. So that's when she was like, I just need to get a blood test done. Cause okay, let me tell you, every time I went to the health department everywhere, they kept swabbing me. It kept coming back negative. Kept coming back negative. And that was since March to July. Kept coming back negative. So I finally got the blood test done, and it came back positive. So I was like, why didn't the swab pick up the HSV?
And usually the swab doesn't pick up the HSV, because in order for the swab to actually pick up the HSV, you have to have a live culture. And in order to have a live culture, you have to have a lesion where the glycoprotein or the antibody buildup will actually leave itself at. And then they swab it and test it for the live culture or the pathology or the antibody, then they come back. See, the thing about the blood, if you take the blood test, they just automatically want to check you for the macrophage and the glycoprotein antibody. That'll pop up. So a lot of people get the blood because you can't miss with the blood, because it's the antibodies there. That means that the immunological system, or what they call the immunological system, or what we're going to call the lymphatic defense system, that's going to automatically build up antibodies to start fighting the parasite and getting the protein out of the body. So if they check for the antibodies and the antibody is there for the actual herpes, then herpes would have to been prevalent or present inside the system, because otherwise they wouldn't have had the genetic material to even build antibodies for it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they always do the blood test last, because that's your for show. And then another way to check it is simply checking the culture, because you can test positive for the herpes and not have it no more, because you're not testing positive for the herpes. What you're testing positive for is for the antibody. Same thing for HIV. A lot of people are testing positive for the antibody. Just because the antibody is present doesn't mean that the actual viral load or the worm is present anymore. And that's why they rather get a live culture of the actual pathogen that come from the lesion, because they know for definite that it's there. See, all the blood test is proven is that it was one once in your system. They don't know if it's really present or not unless the numbers are very high and stuff like that. So the way you can know that it's still alive and still present in your system is by swapping the culture through a live lesion. And that's the reason why they was trying to swab you and swab cultures, but they couldn't find it that way. So they tested your blood to come to find out that you did either had it in your system at that very point or you had it in your system because you tested positive for the glycoprotein antibody that actually builds up the macrophages, the T cells and the B cells to fight it and to get it out of the body. You get that?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Do y'all understand that? What about you, Queen? Did you understand that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. All right. So after, okay. So, you know, you find out you got this. They tell you that you positive. My thing is, what was your next steps after that?
I was just so devastated after I found out. I'm just 20 years old, and I couldn't believe this was happening to me. And I've always been a firm believer in, you know, that it's cures for everything. I've always watched Dr. Sebi, his videos and things.
Right.
And I always known that it's cures out there somewhere for everything. So I just done a lot of research on my phone, and somehow I popped up on the Reddit app, and they have like a lot of pages for people that got so-called diseases and all that.
Like you're members of the group. It was called the Reddit.
The Reddit app.
I ain't never heard of that.
It's a red little app.
Okay.
And I was texting this girl, and she was telling me about how she tried a lot of people protocols and things, and it haven't worked for her. So she told me that she's currently on your package and all that. So I was like, let me try, you know, try his stuff out, look at his website and things. And I looked at a lot of testimonies, and I was like, this could really be it right here, you know. So yeah, I got happy about that, and yeah.
Oh, I got a question. So how long was it? You know, how much research did you do on me once the girl told you about me and told you about my name and stuff? How much research? Was it hard to find me, first off? Was it hard to find me?
No, it wasn't hard. She sent the link to all your stuff, so I had all that.
Okay. And then once you found me, how much research did you actually do on me before you reached out to us? And did you get a consultation or did you just buy the package? How did that whole ordeal go with you meeting my company and all of that?
She was really like a healing sister, so I talked to her 24/7. You know, I was very, at that state of mind right there, I was like, you know, not desperate, but, you know, something that could really be it to work. So she told me everything step by step, what she do and, you know, what she have to do every day. And I already know what to do before I even got the package.
Oh, okay. So you ain't even need to even need to have a consultation because of she was already taking you step by step because she was already on our package.
Yes.
Okay. So what package did you actually get?
The number 2, and that's the one that she was on as well.
So you got the geogenetic number 2, level 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you first got the herbs, was it too much for you? Like, was it just overwhelming when you first, for once you ordered, how long did it take you to get your package?
It took about a good 28 to 30 days.
Okay, 28 to 30 days. So that's about the regular time. So what, once you actually got the package, the healing package and all of that, I know it was a lot for you. Did you, when you looked at it, like, what was your mindset when you seen all of them bottles and pills and capsules and teas?
I was like, man, my first thought, I was like, this is going to be so nasty. It's going to be so hard taking it, but of course it's not going to be good. And I don't know, I was just ready to get it over with, you know.
So how was them 3 bitters?
Huh?
How was them 3 bitters?
Oh my God. That right there. It was the worst. It was the worst.
All right, so just walk us through it. So when you was on the herbs, tell us your diet that you was on, you know, because you talking to the people. I tell them this stuff all the time, but they actually hearing it from somebody that went through the program. They hearing it from somebody, you know, that actually that's been healed from it. They hearing it from you, you know what I'm saying? So tell them how it was and what you went through, and then once we get through there, we'll pull up your levels. Anybody that wants to see our levels now that ain't got enough patience, y'all can actually go on to Facebook. The first healing testimony on there is hers, but I will go there and pull up her stuff, y'all. All right. So go ahead, just tell us, walk us through it. How was it?
It was you're talking about like the taste and things of, or
Yeah,
like
what did you yeah, I know you nervous. Look, we all good. We here with you. So when you first got up in the morning, how did you put yourself on it? Was it hard getting off the diet? You know, just talk about the diet. How was the diet for you? What diet was you on? Was you strict? Did you miss days that you took your herbs? How did they take you? Did it purge you? Did you have diarrhea? You know, just take us through the whole thing. We know you camera shy. Look, it's all you can this is your family, Queen. You can relax yourself, okay? It's all good. It's all
I've never
good.
been a speaker.
I know you
but
ain't
I want to
look,
help people.
No, we got
So,
you. We got you. We got you though.
Okay. So I was ready to start the packaging thing. So I woke up early one morning, very early, and I was like, "Well, it's time for me to start it." And I fixed them and things, and I tried it very nasty. I almost vomited the first time I tasted, and I put 2 cotton balls in my nose, and I put a mask on as well.
You talking about for the 3 bitters?
When I was making it.
You talking about for the 3 bitters?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
the
so
smell almost made me vomit as well.
Yeah, them 3 bitters is something else, y'all. And for those that are asking where is her results at, this is her right here. All right, this is her. These are her papers right here. This is her papers, and y'all see who she go through. She go through LabCorp, and y'all see how they did hers. They got her date. So you see the 07/08/21. She tested positive. Y'all see that? But then you see on 10/28/2021, she tested negative. And if you actually look at her CBC chart and you start going through her complete blood work, you look at her white blood cell or red blood cells, hemoglobin, you look at all just her basophils, her neutrophils, and really start looking at what they call the lymphatic system. You see what I circled, all of her numbers have improved with her negative. Then when you go back to 7/08 and you see her so-called immune system fighting off the disease. So you can even see, if you know how to read blood charts, you can see the fight to her body to get rid of this HSV, and she kicked this butt and got it out of the body. So that is her right there. Her name is right there, y'all. It's right in the top left corner. We ain't making this up. That's her name. That's her. And then if you even go, she actually was happy and she reached out to us. Did we reach out to you, Queen? Did we reach out to you?
Yes, sir. Every time I reached out to you guys.
Yeah, so we always hit her back. Now, we didn't even know she was healed. She had hit us up inside of our portal on the website, and this is what she said. She said, "Hey, my name is," and then she said her name. She said, "I've been cured by you guys. I had HSV1, and it feels so good, I had to say." And she put all the smiley faces and the hearts and stuff. So we simply reached back out to her, and we asked her to send in her paperwork, because we just wanted to, because a lot of people don't know how to read their own paperwork, which I'm glad she know how to read hers, because we like, well, maybe she didn't read her paperwork right. We didn't want to start getting the big mouth, because we done did that one time before, where we get the big mouth and turns out that they just read their paperwork wrong. So we end up reading the paperwork and everything was legit. So we like, "Look, do you want to do a healing testimony?" She said, "Of course, I want to do a healing testimony." So that's when we brought her on. And she's not the only one. We have like 6 people that was brave enough, like this goddess, to come forth, get on camera with me, and go through their whole healing testimony. So again, we appreciate you for that. We appreciate you for just believing us and, letting us walk you through your whole entire healing journey, Queen. Like, really. So, okay, so far as diet, what was you on? Did you cheat? Because if you read our protocol, we recommend an all-fruit diet, especially for herpes, and we recommend that you juice a whole lot. Did you follow that, or like, how did the diet go?
Okay, well, I'm gonna start off. I don't really, before I got on the diet, I didn't really eat too many fruits, and I don't like that many fruits. So the only fruits I really eat is green grapes, red grapes, watermelon. I ate a lot of watermelon because it really kept me full. A lot of mangoes, bananas, strawberries. If I hadn't said that, and that's basically what I really ate, eating it all day.
Okay, so did you fall off the diet and had to get back on? How did that go? Because a lot of our clients fall off, call us crying, and I gotta have Ania talk to him, or Jamal talk to him. We gotta have Yisrael talk to him. Somebody is gonna talk to him and really get them back. Because that diet, I ain't gonna lie, to be on chicken and waffles and on chitlins and stuff your whole life, and then to get hit with a horrible so-called disease and gotta change your diet like ASAP. And I mean hardcore diet. You gotta go off You done went from chitlins and chicken wings your whole entire life, 13 to 30 years, and then all of a sudden you got to change your diet like that for months at a time. I mean, that's very hard, and it's especially psychologically. So did you fall off and get back on, or how did that go?
The closest I've gotten to almost giving up and wanting to eat something so bad. I had a little piece of chip and a little piece of chip dip.
So,
but you know what's crazy? That same day, a big worm came out. That's the worm that I sent you.
Oh yeah, she sent me a worm too. So look, and I'm gonna show y'all, and this is how you know that herpes is nothing but parasites, because she passed a big old tapeworm. She passed a big Fasciolopsis buski worm, y'all. I mean, it's a humongous worm, and it looked like it had a double head at each end, showing you that it must have broke off before and grew the head the other way, because these things are really foreign demons and aliens. That's how they look. And notice what she said. She said the same day she cheated was the same day she passed the worm, showing you that that was the worm that had you eating that chip in the first place. That wasn't even you.
Like I was craving so bad, I wanted to cry. Like my household eat meat and things, so every time I smelled them cooking chicken or something, I wanted to cry so bad. Like my body was craving it so much, like it was crazy.
Yeah, but look, but you see that you kept with it. You won that spiritual fight, because that's all that is a spiritual war over that food. And notice the moment that you ate it, but you got off of it, that demon left your body, which is that worm, right? And then you kept on it, and you got your negative. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, and that was day 6 when that big worm came out.
And it happened quick. It happened real quick with you, because it usually take about 16 to 17 days, sometimes 20, for that stuff to leave. And for those that want to see these worms, again, you can just, I'm gonna share my screen real quick with y'all. All you got to do is just go to my Facebook again, and what you got to type in is this. Just type in Yaki Hickman parasites. And every almost I try to post all the parasites that we leave out, and most of these parasites actually come from, hold on, let me type it in, actually come from the herpes. Yaki Hickman parasites. Y'all can do all this stuff yourself, y'all, to show y'all that I'm not making none of this stuff up. All right, then we're gonna go to posts. And most of these parasites that you see me getting rid of out of people, most of them literally had herpes. Here go one right here. And I'm talking about how herpes is a glycoprotein. You see that all disease have a compromised mucous membrane lymphatic system with a glycoprotein parasitic that follows all of them. And I'm talking about, and I named all of these parasites right here. You see that? Even down to chlamydia, these things are parasites. And look at these parasites that come out of people, y'all. These are real pictures, y'all. Real pictures. And a lot of people like to jack my pictures and use it as theirs, but these are my pictures. These are all parasitics, y'all. Look at that one. That's a translucent parasite that I pulled out. May the Most High rest her soul. Her name was Raina Lewis. I love that queen. Very strong goddess. She actually died. The doctors killed her due to chemotherapy, but we healed her of her cancer and she got all the tumors out of her body, and the doctors killed her of radiation therapy. But these are the worms that was coming up out of her when we was healing her. All translucent worms. Y'all see that? Showing you that cancerous worms too. These are the worms you usually see at first when you start killing herpes. They come out looking like this. This is in its zoogite stage. They still are not mature enough because they grow big. They're fluke worms. You know, you're dealing with Fasciolopsis buski. This is a big old worm, but it starts off microscopic. And when it's a child, it look like this. Look at these worms. Look at the head on that sucker right there. Let me show y'all some more. So whenever you dealing with herpes, you dealing with stuff like this. Let me show y'all some more stuff. Hold on. Here go another one. These are more worms, y'all. These are more worms. Look at these. This a video that somebody sent me. Look at that. That worm stuck in a tumor. That worm stuck in the tumor. The bottom of it is still in the toilet. These are our clients sending us stuff in real time that's coming up out of them as we cleansing them of all these ailments and so-called diseases. Look at that thing. Still stuck inside of the tumor. So these are all worms, y'all. Let's keep going. I got more. All this stuff is on my page. Just go to my page and type it in. Like, if y'all really learn how to use Facebook correctly, my page can be a straight healing utensil, y'all. All you got to do is start searching this stuff. All this stuff been here. Here go another worm stuck inside of something. Look at this. And they just did this off my 3 bitters. They went on nothing but a grape diet in my 3 bitters, and look what they got rid of. Look at this stuff. These are worms, y'all. pinworms, hookworms, fluke worms, Fasciolopsis, boiski, Trinidad. Look at that. They're living within us. These entities are truly, truly biohacking our bodies and giving us all types of manifestations of what they call the illusion disease. No lie. This stuff is real. This stuff is real. Hold on, y'all. I got more. Where's my other ones at? Check this one out. This is another herpes patient. She don't have herpes no more either. Love this queen. Look at that. Y'all see how that worm broke off? So the ending of this worm broke off. I had to cover up her nails because I ain't want nobody to see her nails. But see that? Look at that worm. It broke off, meaning the other one is still hiding in her. Look at that one. That was one in the toilet. Look at these worms. This stuff is living inside of you because you're not eating the right foods. All right, and if y'all got children watching this stuff, please tell them to close their eyes unless you want them to learn. I don't want nobody reporting this video. I think the title was already catching too much attention because I put herpes in the title. I probably shouldn't have did that. And it's more, and it's more and more, y'all. I got this stuff all up and down my page. This is stuff that we getting rid of and stuff that's leaving people's body, y'all. All right, so y'all check that out on your own time. It's all there. It's all there, y'all. Like again, I'm here to help heal y'all. That's what we here for. And that's why we give y'all herbs. We tell y'all the names of herbs and everything, because you know I can't do all this by myself. My wives can't do all this by ourselves. This is a healing community. Y'all see that? All right, Queen. So back to it. So we see that you got through the diet. How did it feel? How many outbreaks did you have while on the herbs, and how many outbreaks did you have before you even got in contact with me? That's another good question too.
I didn't really have that many outbreaks, but the one on my lip, the one I sent you, that was the very first outbreak I had, and I didn't even know I had HSV.
Okay.
And I was like, what is this on my lips? I thought it was just like an allergy from eating something.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And then you took that. So when you was actually on the herbs, because usually when we put people on our herbs, I mean, we have them getting rid of all types of, they be having, outbreak out the outbreak. Did you have any outbreak once you started taking the geogenetic therapeutic? How many did you have?
It's weird because like you said, asthma is a form of herpes. So I always had asthma and all that. So all the places that I've broken out from asthma, those are the main places that's very itchy right now and that I'm really breaking out at.
And
in my hand, that still has a rash as well.
Yeah,
and very itchy.
And that rash, and look, and that's why you got to stay on the diet. A lot of people start testing negative and be so happy and want to celebrate, and they didn't get rid of the eggs because the eggs still be in the eggs, or the shedding of them still be in the rash, because that rash usually leave a leftover scar. So to make sure that you keep on the diet and you do not scratch that rash, because if you pop them eggs open and they get in your fingernails and you scratch your head or your eye, then boom, you tested negative. Now you got herpes all over again. So, and that's what we try to tell people. Make sure that you go hard. Even though you test negative, do at least a month or two still on the same diet and still just going through everything that you've been going through, even though you tested negative, because you can scratch that rash and touch somewhere else, and then boom, we got to go through the cleanse again.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because it's very itchy.
Yeah, I know. So just make sure you're doing that. Put some oregano oil on it. You got to keep going through it. So put some oregano on it, because even though you tested negative, you still got to deal, because that's why let's get into y'all ready to get into the presentation. That's why I want to show y'all this, because the Fasciolopsis boosky worm, it lays 4,000 eggs a day, y'all. I don't know how it's having that many babies, but it do. So even if you get rid of all the dose, even if you get rid of all the dose and you get them out of the body, you still got to get rid of the eggs, and the eggs actually hash every couple of weeks. So you can test negative for a couple of weeks because you got rid of all the dose and got the glycoprotein out, and you think you in the clear and you haven't got the eggs out of you. And so you start scratching, or you start going back and eating bad, and then you start feeding them, and then boom, they coming back out. Somebody said the oregano oil is the absolute truth. Yes, it is, Keisha. Their oregano oil ain't playing no games when it comes to herpes. Look, the Fasciolopsis boosky worm hate oregano oil. So let's go through this real quick. All right, so we already talked about Herpes. I want to show y'all something real quick. Herpes, if left untreated, will actually cause all these different type of diseases, and these are viruses that have been implicated in you know, it develops all types of neurological degenerative diseases, like for instance Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, MS, multiple sclerosis. All of these are herpes virus 6 that have not been treated. So whenever you got herpes virus 6, and herpes virus 6 usually be like shingles, that's like herpes virus 6, and it goes untreated, it can go up to the brain and cause all neurological problems. So a lot of y'all grandpas and grandparents and mothers and fathers that have all these different type of neurological issues like Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and Alzheimer's disease, they actually had herpes that was never treated. You see that? And that's why it's very, very, very important that you get herpes out of your body, and that you get on all of these different herbs, and you truly, truly purge the inner pathway, because they can turn into these neurological diseases when you get older. Y'all see what I'm saying? And I got some of the most strongest oregano oil on my site, y'all. I mean, it's strong. It tests stronger than a lot of people. So make sure that y'all checking that out. And it's just showing y'all too that herpes is shingles, just in case y'all thought I was lying. Shingles is more common in older adults and in people who have weakened so-called immunological systems. What they say, Varicella zoster is part of the group of viruses called herpes virus, which includes the viruses that causes cold sores and genital herpes. Because of this, shingles is also known as a herpes zoster. So if you got shingles, again, that is herpes. I mean, herpes is everywhere, y'all. Another one that is herpes, dermatitis herpesiformis. And you usually get these on your knees. You get it on the inside of your elbows. You get it on the back of your knees or the back of your neck. A lot of people don't know, but these are herpes. It's called itchy elbow disease, herpes. All right, so we got to really, really check that. Now, check out this title, y'all. This is how you know what I've been talking about for years is the truth. This says intestinal worm infection can cause several sexually transmitted viral diseases. Now, for those that think I'm lying, let's just read what they just said again. It says intestinal worm infection can cause severe sexual transmitted disease. Now, once you start really reading, guess what I've been calling this worm? And they just now came out with this in April 16, 2021. They are finally catching up to Yaki. Ain't that crazy? They finally getting it. They finally catching up and listening to what I've been saying and what I've been proving with laboratory results for the last 7 to 8 years. It says infections with parasitic intestinal worms, Herpes if nothing but fluke worms. I'm the one who even brought Herpes worm to especially the black people. Ain't no black person know what no Herpes worm is. Can apparently cause sexually transmitted viral infections to much more severe elsewhere in the body. I'm not making this stuff up. And look, check this out. This is shown by a study led by universities in Cape Town and in Bonn. So they actually did an actual clinical trial test, and it showed and proved that herpes was in fact caused by an intestinal fluke worm called a Herpes worm. And what's a part of this Herpes worm is a worm that's called Fasciolopsis bushki. I've been talking about this for years, and they finally coming out with it, y'all. I wish I had like a hand clap or something on my, matter of fact, don't I? I ain't gonna even find it right now. Y'all see that though? Now check this out. This is shown by a study that's led by universities of Cape Town and Bonn. According to the study, Herpes infected mice develop significantly more severe symptoms after infections with the genital herpes virus, herpes simplex virus. The researchers suspect that these results can be transformed to humans, showing y'all where they come from. Mice and chickens and cows are prone to herpes in this Herpes worm or this Herpes virus more than any animal on planet Earth, y'all. More than any animal on planet Earth. So mice, and that's why a lot of Chinese people got herpes, because they eat a lot of rats and mice. And if you look up who have herpes more than Africans, it is Chinese Asians, y'all. And the reason why is because they damn eating rats, and all of them got herpes. And the reason why the black community got it so much, because we constantly eating chickens all day, every day, when literally, I don't care if it's organically grown or not, half of your chickens have herpes because they're getting it from the soil. These are, look, I'm finna prove all of this, y'all. We've been talking about this from years. I'm just glad that everybody else is now starting to jump on a bandwagon, and even the scientists is finally catching up, boy. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It says the results can have now appeared in the journal Cell Hosts and Microbes. Y'all see that? Hold on. It gets deeper. It gets deeper. So when you look at herpes, what is herpes? Herpes is the creepy crawler, right? What are you dealing with? You're dealing with a glycoprotein that comes from a parasite. This parasite comes from the soil, and what happens is a lot of people are not washing their foods real good, because you look, and this is how real Yaki is. You can even get this from not washing your vegetables real good, because certain places where these Phascolopsis buski worms at, Escarscas worms at, you know, they lay their eggs on plant material as well. So you can even get it from not washing your fruits and vegetables real good. You see that? And you talking about a frugivore here, somebody that eat 80% fruit, somebody that will never eat a piece of meat, somebody that never drinks some milk. I'm telling y'all that you can even still get the same thing if you're not preparing and washing and properly washing your fruits and your vegetables, because they can be on there. Now, what happens is the herpes, this parasite like to live inside the mucosa membrane, but this microscopic protein loves to express itself out the nervous system. And what the parasite does is it barrels itself into your spinal column, and it either go down to your sacrum ganglia, or to go all the way up into your basal ganglia, and that's where the protein lodges inside the neurons of the nervous system, and then it literally lies latent there, and it reproduces there and live there forever unless you pull it out of the body. The hard part is pulling it out, because you got to get rid of the metal, because it hides under metal, it hides behind aluminum, it hides behind mercury, it loves them mercury teeth fillings, it loves stuff like that. And that's why we try to tell everybody, if you got teeth fillings, you know, get it out. Have we healed hundreds of peoples with the fillings still in? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. But do you have a better chance of getting rid of this virus and getting rid of HIV and all these other things that they call them, which is all associated with the same things? You have to get rid of all that stuff, because these parasites like expressing themselves and hiding behind certain types of fluoride, certain types of metal, certain types of mercury, you see what I'm saying? And that's why you got to get your cilantro and your parsley on to really, really do a metal detoxification, for they can start showing themselves and revealing their ugly heads. You got to. So what they do is they hide in the ganglia, and then what happens is you will have a lymphatic response. And this lymphatic response, or what they call an immunological response, will make the parasite raise its ugly head, and then the protein starts surfacing to the skin, and that's what you call an outbreak. But you can kill all of this if you kill the parasite. Once you start killing the parasite, you're going to start seeing them trying to come through the skin. That's all an outbreak is. Just like 99% of your pimples is the butts of parasites and worms. Most people that got acne, y'all think that that's just pus and stuff. Yes, that is pus, but that pus ain't part of your lymphatic system. That pus is coming out the asses of worms and parasites, y'all. Literally. And Dr. Layla Africa showed and proved that over 20 years ago, and did a whole he did clinical trials on that as well, showing when they pop these pimples and they start testing the material that come out of these pimples, it's not even of your own body. These things are coming from worms. So make sure that you're getting food grade hydrogen peroxide, and you're going to use 80% water and then 20% of that food grade hydrogen peroxide, and wash your fruits and vegetables. And do not eat meat at all, because plants cannot catch herpes. Plants can hold herpes, but living things like meat and stuff like that, not saying that plants are not living, because they are living biological entities, but through the chlorophyll in the thick cellulose and chloroplasts of plants, they can't catch herpes. But them damn chickens and them cows and them mice and stuff like that can most definitely catch it, and that's where a lot of us is getting herpes from, y'all. Point blank, period. All right, and all these all these zoster vaccines, all these hepatitis V vaccines is the way that they're introducing these things to our bodies. All right, let me get rid of that one. All right, let me show a few more things. Let me introduce y'all to this worm. This is the worm that I'm talking about. Name is Phascolopsis. Look at this thing right here. And it is a big worm. And what it does is, it's okay when it's hiding inside of the gut, right? When it's inside the gut, it's cool. It's doing its thing when it's inside the gut. But the moment that it actually gets inside of the blood capillaries, it'll start expressing itself throughout the nervous system. And when it starts expressing itself, say if it make it into the bloodstream and it starts eating up the bloodstreams, because it likes to eat on iron too. They call it leukemia. Say if it starts biting off chunks of the bloodstream and eating its oxygen molecule, they'll call it sickle cell anemia. If it make it up into the heart you got heart disease. If it goes inside the pancreas and it starts chewing away at the islands of Langerhans, they say you got diabetes. If it makes it to the thymus gland and start eating up the T cells and chewing up the B cells, they say you have HIV or full-blown AIDS. I mean, literally, we're talking about the same parasite that when it grows and it goes through its evolution process, they change the name of it. You see that? They was completely changed the name of it. When it's fully grown, it's Fasciolopsis boyski. You see that? When it's in its small stage, they call it pinworms, Ascaris, and we're gonna look that up too. When it's in its real small stage, they just call it a regular zoogyte. When it's in its microbiome stage, they call it the microbiota. It's all the same parasite that's just going throughout its evolution process, and they changed the name and then consider where it's at, because when it's in the stomach, it actually can help you break down your food. When it's in the stomach, it ain't doing no bad problem when it's in that intestinal tract. But the moment it passed that blood and brain barrier and start expressing itself throughout the mucosal membrane or inside the blood, then now you are in its organs. Now you got all types of problems and illnesses. See, the whole thing is they just been lying so damn much that it's scary to talk about. It's scary to talk about. It's real scary to talk about. So, Queen, is you getting all this so far? I see you got your phone.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, ain't this some deep stuff, though? How they just be lying to us, though?
Yes.
They be lying. All right, so let me show y'all some more things, and then I'm gonna open up the phone lines, and y'all can start calling her and asking her questions. All right, so this is how this thing works. If you're looking now, notice what's happening. Notice if you look at the ganglia, this is where it expresses itself at, and this is how you're able to have outbreaks on your mouth. Then if you look down at the neurons at the genitalia, sacral ganglia, notice that it expresses itself through the sacral column and all these nerves here. And then if you're looking at the actual exon, this is a nerve exon, the sensory neurons, and this is where it lives at. It loves living inside of here because it hides behind electricity and all types of metals. So the first thing you need to be doing, if you feel like you do have this parasite and this proteins, is going to metal detox. Make sure you getting everything that have not metabolitic, but any type of metals inside the body, get it out, because it will hide behind there, and that's just what it does. And then it shows you the cycle of where these things can come from. Look at this, y'all. Hold on, let me see if I can make it smaller. See if I can make this smaller, y'all, because it's pretty big. And notice, y'all see the word hemith. Y'all see the word. Hold on, can I make this bigger? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying. Give me 1 second. All right, it ain't gonna let me do it, but it do show you the cycle. If y'all want to see that, I'm gonna post it on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, and on my YouTube. And it'll show the cycle, how you pick up these hemith worms and how they turn into herpes, y'all. It will show the cycle. I wonder if this one will show. All right, here go another good one too, and this is a whole different one, and this is a hemith worm that causes herpes, Ascaris, and shows you how you can pick this stuff up from simple shedding or simple poop from off the ground. You see that? So now you see how your chickens get it when your chickens is just eating all of the stuff you feeding it. And, you know, these pigs that you ain't supposed to be eating, just eating off the ground, they're picking up these worms and then it going inside of its body. And then since you ain't supposed to be eating no damn meat, but you want to eat it anyway, you start eating this meat. Now you picking it up. Now, can this be transferred through sex? Without a shadow of a doubt, it can. So I'm not sitting here and saying that it can't be, but I'm saying most of the time you didn't get this stuff from sex, and y'all breaking up with y'all significant other and they telling you, I didn't do nothing, I didn't have sex, and they really didn't. And they got it from the damn kitchen table out of the refrigerator, and you done wasted your whole relationship and the whole time y'all done ate the herpes, and that's how you got herpes. Or you done had the zoster vaccination since the kindergarten or since pre-K, and it finally manifested itself off of different triggers and stress, and that's the reason why you got the outbreak. I mean, this stuff come from so much different things, y'all. Straight up. I mean, I be thinking about this a lot. I wonder how many failed relationships have happened over this damn virus that you never even got through sex, man. I'm just keeping it real. Like, how many people you done broke up and spread a bad name about somebody catching this virus, and the whole time you got it from the zoster vaccination to go to school when you was in pre-K, or you got it when you was 2 years old, or you got it with your first shots, or you got it from eating too much damn chicken wings. You got it from eating too many damn steaks. You want shrimp and lobster and shit like that, and you literally got it from restaurants and all of that because the way you pick it up. That's what I'm saying. Look, we've been lied to, family. I'm just keeping it real. There have been so many lies. And this is herpes. It's not what they saying. It's a viral load. No, this is herpes right here. That's what herpes look like. Fasciolopsis buski, ascarisis. That's what it look like. Look at that thing right there. That's herpes that lies inside the digestional tract. That's herpes. That's what it is. All right, now let's start reading this stuff, y'all. Because look, you can't knock this evidence. Check this out. Impact of hemith worm or hemith infections on female reproductive health and associated disease. Y'all see that? So the hemith worm causes diseases in the reproductive organ of the woman. Let me leave that there for y'all can read that real quick. And here go all of the sources if y'all think I'm lying. Because you know Yaki got tats on his face. He like gold. He used to gang bang. He been to prison. So y'all don't like to listen to nothing I got to say because my past. But boy, it's funny how they finally catching up with me. This show y'all been light years ahead of they're finally catching up with this young black boy from the hood. They finally catching up. And that's how you know this knowledge come from the Most High. I ain't acquired this through no school or stuff. This been ordained, y'all. Because they finally proven what I've been saying for years when all y'all was calling me crazy. Now prove that the white man wrong then. Now check this out. This is just, let's just read this stuff. It says a growing body of knowledge exists on the influence of hemith infections on allergies and unrelated infections in the lungs and the gastrointestinal tract mucosa. Do y'all see that? Hold on. Am I still live? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm still live. Hold on, let me read that again. It seems like they're trying to cut my live feed. Am I live, y'all? I just seen some glitches in the matrix. Am I live? If I'm live, type in some nines if y'all can still hear me. Queen, is you still on there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Everything still look clear? Because I just seen a whole glitch and it just sent me a message.
It does.
Okay, cool. Now check this out, y'all. It says a growing body of knowledge exists on the influence of hemith infections on allergies and unrelated infections in lungs and the gastrointestinal tract or GI mucosa. However, the bystander effects of hemith infections of the female genital mucosa and reproductive health is understudied but important considering the high prevalence of hemith exposure and sexually transmitted infections. Do y'all hear that? So hold on. Did that just say, am I tripping? Did I just read that the hemith worm causes sexually transmitted infections? Did we just hear that, y'all? Boy, look, y'all, and chlamydia too. All of these different all these STDs is swapping parasites and acids, y'all. You swapping out parasites and acids. This is what you're doing. Hold on, let's keep it going. Look, the moment you see CD4 cells, we see AIDS and HIV, and this is the same article showing how the Hepalonian virus, what they call HPV, herpes simplex virus, all these other different diseases, all this stuff is related to this actual worm, y'all. This is the same. I haven't skipped nothing. This is the same article. Y'all see this? I'm not making none of this stuff up. None of this stuff. It's just so much stuff I can show, man. It's deep. All right, so Queen, back to you. Let me pull you back up here real quick. So how do you feel knowing that you done whooped herpes butt? Like, how do it feel?
Man, I can't even explain how it felt, man. I was about to cry. I was so happy. I couldn't believe it.
I bet.
It feels great. That's all I know.
All praises.
Great.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow y'all to call in. Y'all can ask her a few questions, and then we're going to talk about how to get rid of it. Matter of fact, I think we should talk about how to get rid of it first, and then we can call her. Yeah, we can do call-ins. What you think, Queen? You think that'll be better?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so how you get rid of this thing is this way, y'all. So the way to get rid of this, get y'all pens and y'all pads. All right, get your pens and your pads. Type in some nines when y'all ready to write down this information. YouTube wasn't glitching. Okay, Andre Drake, peace God. I don't know what that was. It like went out and went back in. It stopped recording me and everything. All right, type in y'all nines when y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads. All right, cool. So how you get rid of herpes? All right, first you have to realize that herpes is not just a viral load. Herpes is a parasite that comes with a viral load. All right, let me say that again. Herpes is not a viral load. Herpes is a parasitic that comes with a viral load. Okay? Now, we have to see the origin and where herpes come from. Usually herpes come from parasites that is prone to large animals or prone to small birds and stuff like that, which is your chickens, your quails, your turkeys and stuff like that, or your cows and the other beasts that we eat, like your buffaloes and stuff like that. They love to lie themselves in the soil, but they like to be around feces. Now, you use manure to actually grow your soil, so sometimes you're going to find Fasciolopsis buski just rolling around in there, and that's the reason why you got to make sure that you are properly washing your fruits and your vegetables, and you have to make sure that you are not at all eating any animal flesh or products, especially milk. You will find that Fasciolopsis buski in this germet stage all throughout the milk. You see what I'm saying? You will find it all throughout chickens, all in their skin, all in their flesh, all throughout cows. Look, if y'all don't see how Yahweh is pushing us to be straight plant-based, I can't, if y'all missing all of these damn signs, I don't know what to tell y'all. The signs is everywhere. The signs are everywhere. Everything is pointing back to this damn meat, y'all. Everything, all diseases is pointing back, and all viral loads is pointing back to this damn meat. I mean, time and time again. So we got to make sure that we're properly washing our fruits and our vegetables. Make sure you're using your food grade peroxide, and make sure you mixing it with 80% distilled water. All right. Automatically cut off all meats and anything that come from animals' flesh. That means your cheese, that means your dairy products, all of that. And while you're cleansing from it, you cannot be on grains, you cannot be on beans. I don't recommend grains and beans anyway, but you cannot be on them. When you have herpes, you have to be on an all fruit diet. Now, this is real particular, especially for people that just buy packages and don't read all the stuff that's on the site. Make sure that you're wearing 100% cotton, because this herpes love to express itself, and when your skin get agitated, and it love to move upon the fibers of your clothes. You see that? It's called shedding. That's why they scared of the COVID-19. The shedding of that. Shedding is real, because you can straight shed viral loads, y'all. And notice what they're shedding. They're shedding nanobot technology. That's damn near basically what these herpes is nano robot demons that come from outer space like we came from. And now then they grow to be big mature worms called Fasciolopsis buski, tremadads, and all types of toxoplasmas and just different names and stuff like that. Now you got to make sure you're wearing 100% cotton or 100% linen. Do not mix your fabrics, because they love to hide in mixed fabrics, y'all. And all this, y'all can look this stuff up. It is articles by the government that's talking about all this stuff. All right, another thing, if you got any of that aluminum teeth filling, if you can possibly get it pulled out, please get it pulled out, because they will hide behind that too, and this stuff will leak mercury inside the bloodstream, and they love to hide behind mercury due to the nervous system. So they'll go up in the axis of the nervous system, live throughout the nucleus, and they will hide behind mercury, and you can never get them, because they literally chilling on a couch sipping a beer while mercury is being a house. So you wondering why you can't never get rid of it, and you having all these outbreaks and stuff like that. That's because you haven't did a metal detox. So make sure you're getting rid of all the aluminum. If you're wearing a grill in your mouth, take that damn grill out. If you're wearing fake jewelry, take fake jewelry out, especially Cuba zirconia. They love Cuba zirconia because Cuba zirconia brings down your vibrational frequency. You see that? If it's not a real diamond, if it ain't VS or VVX, get rid of it, because they love that vibrational frequency. Make sure you stand away from all house cleaning products that have chemicals in it, especially bleach and stuff that have benzene in it, because this benzene actually lower your so-called immunity. Make sure that you're not pumping the gas. If you got herpes, do not pump your own gas, because the fumes from the gas, it actually brings down the lymphatic defense system, and it kills T cells and B cells. And you need all the T cells and the B cells, the lymphocytes, the phagocytes, the monophils, the neutrophils, the basophils. You need everything to be fighting this thing, because we dealing with, millions and millions. Look, every day they lay 4,000 eggs, y'all. So we dealing with a beastly system that we can't even fathom for real. You see what I'm saying? And then what y'all need is my geogenetic therapeutic package. All right, now, I can give y'all herbs, but it's so many herbs that you need, because we use it in a systematic system. We use it in a systematic approach. And if y'all think I'm lying, let's just ask the queen. Queen, how many herbs do you think you took? How many herbs do you think you had with the package?
Ooh, so many. So many. So many.
Could you tell them the varieties that you had? Like if it was capsules, teas, and...
Um, one in particular I know that popped out was the cat's claw and all of that.
Mm-hmm. So so you
It was
had the
so
cat.
many.
Yeah, so many. And I mean, I'm talking about capsules. I'm talking about teas, tinctures. We got powders. It's so many because it have to be a systematic approach when you dealing with stuff like that. Anytime you dealing with parasites, and anytime you dealing with a parasite plus, and that's why it makes it so hard, because we not only just dealing with a viral, and we not only just dealing with a parasite, we dealing with a damn parasite and a virus at the same time. Because once the parasite comes inside the body and past the mucosal membrane in the blood-brain barrier, it starts shedding and pooping, and it's pooping out its DNA. Inside the DNA is where the virus lies. So you dealing with two beasts. You dealing with a genome, and you dealing with a living bioorganism at the same damn time. So, you know, we got to really hit that body with a systematic approach, and geogenetic herbal therapy is the only way to go when it comes to Yaki Awaken. And it's level 2, not your level 1, but level 2 if you really trying to get rid of this thing. And it's on an all fruit diet. You can't even cheat with this. And these are foods that you need to avoid. You need to be on an all fruit diet, but there's certain fruits that is high in arginine. Arginine actually feeds this herpes virus. So you can't be on nothing that's high in arginine. And things that is high in arginine actually will be your avocados. Stay away from avocados if you have herpes, because it's high in arginine. Certain types of bananas. You know, you can Google that. Stay away from certain types of bananas because they got high arginine in it. Coconut flesh. Make sure you stay away from coconut flesh, because coconut flesh got not the coconut water, but the flesh of the coconut. It got high amount of arginine in it. Stay away from all cleaning products that have bleaching, you know, aluminum, ammonia and stuff like that in it. If you can't get no limes and no lemons and squeeze that in a bottle of water with some peroxide in it, then you shouldn't even be cleaning up, because these things will weaken the mucosal membrane, and they will weaken the lymphatic defense system. Y'all don't realize how much stuff that's in your environment that is killing you, and that's helping you catch all these so-called diseases. Everything, even the dye that they put on your car. You want to get them red leather seats. You don't know, when the sun hit that red leather seat, it breaks off a fume called azo dye. And this azo dye is some of the deadliest shit on planet Earth. Once it get into the skin, and you want to ride around with your shirt off, or with these thin mixed fabric shirts, and you leaning in your car trying to look cool, and you don't even know that the azo dye is leaching into your skin, that's leaching into your bloodstream, that is literally backing up your lymphatic system and shutting down your nervous system and your kidneys. You see that? Most definitely do not be on no golden sea moss. Golden sea moss will slow down your healing. And if you want to get rid of herpes, you better not be messing with no golden sea moss. That is very high in arginine. But you can have purple sea moss, because purple sea moss, that's why I don't even sell golden sea moss. I don't even sell it. Somebody requested, I order it from St. Lucia, or order it from the Bahamas or something like that. But if you don't request that particularly, I don't even sell it, because it slows down the healing process so much. And everybody go golden sea moss like it's the thing, and you don't even know that it's causing heavier issues, because it's building too much. It have way too many amino acids in it, and the amino acid that is highest in is arginine, which actually is going to help you express and actually help you get all these outbreaks that you're trying to stay away from. So, you know, purple sea moss have more L-lysine and arginine, and that's what is going to help you get rid of it, or at least knock it out and make it go to sleep until you get it out of the body. L-lysine is very high in purple sea moss. L-lysine is very high in grapes. L-lysine is very high in navel oranges with seeds. L-lysine is very high in all different fruits, except the fruits that I just mentioned. You see what I'm saying? The fruit that I mentioned with the arginine in it. And that's how you kick his butt, y'all. You kick his butt. And make sure you getting your oregano oil. You taking oregano oil by mouth. Make sure you rubbing that oregano oil in your spinal column. Make sure if you have outbreaks, you putting that oregano oil on there, because them damn things hate cilantro, parsley, and oregano oil. And they hate green walnut hull. Not black walnut hull, but green walnut hull. And just go after all your parasite herbs like cat's claw, green walnut hull, quassia chips, quassia bark, wormwood, bitter wormwood, mugwort, greater mugwort, bugleweed, all of your bitters, you know, go after them things that's going to get rid of these things, you know, kalawala, cascarsa grande, to really clean out the digestional tract. And that's what we do in the geogenetic therapy. We go after every organ, we go after every system, we go after every cell, all 150 trillion of the cells. We opening up the DNA by opening up that protein envelope, and we flushing the body. We knock so much protein out of your body after we get done cleaning you that 9 times out of 10, once we read your blood work, they're going to be scared, because they're going to say you ain't got enough protein in your blood and in your body, which is the dumbest thing all, because you can never lose too many proteins. So the doctors don't know what the hell they be talking about. You supposed, if you are raw plant based, you always supposed to have low protein when you take that urine sample. Whenever you go get a renal metabolic panel, if you got high protein, then something wrong. You lying to us about your diet, because we trying to avoid proteins, because all viral loads is proteins, glycoproteins at that. And guess what loves these glycoproteins? All these Fascioloscus booski worms. See what I'm saying? If y'all got what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. Yeah, Toxoplasma gondii actually causes homosexuality too, and it causes diabetes. Toxoplasma, I mentioned that as well. I mentioned that Laverne Locust. I mentioned that probably like an hour back, and that travels up to the brain. It's still Fascioloscus booski. It just changes when it gets to the brain. They're gonna call it Toxoplasma. Cats get that a lot too. It make them very suicidal. It make them change their sexual preference. Literally every time we detox a homosexual, y'all, they are guaranteed to actually get rid of that worm right there. Sometimes you see it come through the nose, the ears. Sometimes it comes out the eye as sticky mucus, or they get rid of it through their poop. But and that's how you know that homosexuality, most likely, I'm not saying every case, but all the cases we've been working with is caused by Toxoplasma gondii worms. It's parasites thinking for you. It's parasites the reason why, you know, you like all them sweets and them sugars, even though your mind is telling you no, but your body telling you yeah. It ain't your body telling you yeah. It's all these damn parasites thinking for you, because they release hormones, and through they poop and through they pee, that these pheromones actually can hack and biohack your neurological system, and they can literally communicate with the outside universe and use your body as a vehicle or as a host, y'all. This is scientifically proven, man. I'm telling you. I know this stuff sounds space age, and I know this stuff sounds crazy, but I would not lie to y'all. So most of the time you run across a homosexual, they have a parasite infection, and that infection is in the right side of their brain or in their frontal lobe. No bull. Sometimes you see it in the cerebellum, and you got to pull it out. And usually when you get rid of that, they don't have the desire to have the same sex, to like the same sex no more. So what was the common denominator? It was Toxoplasma's ass. And I got articles on that as well. I talked about that 4 years ago. And everybody talked bad about Yaki. Yaki saying a damn worm is making people gay. It was the Hebrew saying a worm is making people gay. You know what I'm saying? Gay. He basically saying that being gay ain't a sin, because now he justifying being a homosexual. And I'm like, I'm not justifying being a homosexual at all. I'm just saying, I notice when you see homosexuals, it's related to two things. Well, three things. Toxoplasma gondii, high levels of estrogen, and a chemical attribute that they put into the water and that they put into the food called atrazine. And I noticed when you find these three common denominators, it's directly connect to gender bending chemicals, gender bending possibilities, where your penis starts shrinking, the clitoris start getting bigger, women start building up testosterone, men start building up a whole lot of estrogen, start feeling real feminine. Boys, 7-year-old boys walking around with big old breasts. You're a whole boy with titties. Where is this coming? It's coming from something that's in the food and in the water. Your voice box is changing, and now your sexual preference is changing. You starting to look at men and starting to find them attractive because the chemicals. So all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that being a homosexual is right, but I'm saying, is it the person's fault if they didn't know that it was gender bender chemicals inside the food that they was eating that made them think that way? You know, if they have been tested on and stuff like that, and it changed their psychological process, or they got a parasite in them that they don't even know that they are affected by, that's giving them type of thoughts. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's good at all, because it goes against nature. So I'm not promoting it, because I promote what goes with nature. That goes against nature, because, you know, a man and a woman creates life. Male and female creates life. And that's what we are put here for, is to be fruitful and multiply. But I'm just asking a simple question. If this stuff is due to biochemical warfare, then is it really their fault? That's all I'm asking. How can we say it's their fault if they are a product of biochemical warfare? They can't help who put biochemical warfare on them. Did y'all see what happened in 1982 in Atlanta when they dropped all that atrazine spills in their water? And then all of a sudden you see in 1990, the late 1990s, early 2000s, on how Atlanta just changed into a homosexual city. Notice it was after they did that atrazine spill. That Tyrone Haynes, a professor that was at Harvard and California University, blew the lid off the shit and had all them gender bender, you know, chemicals inside of there. They pumping all this estrogen into the water there, and then you start seeing the rise of gay populations. I'm just saying, is that their fault? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying that it's righteous. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just asking, is it these people's fault? That's all I'm saying. Is it? Yeah, Queen, I know a lot of people don't be wanting to hear this stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, it's super crazy. The agenda is most definitely real, y'all. Look, we finna open up the phone lines. You ready for some questions, Queen?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna open up the phone lines. Let's open these phone lines on up. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug on in before y'all call. Let me plug in first. Hold on. All right, I'm all plugged in. Y'all can give us a call at 708-831-2335. 708-831-2335. Go and give us a call. Let's see how this goes. Let's get our test on. Let me pull her back up on the screen as well. There she go on my left side. It seems like her screen dark, but it's cool. She is there. Any questions y'all got for her, y'all can ask. 708-831-2335. 708.
I don't know how the screen turned black.
Oh, it's all good. They can still hear you, though. Since your screen black, I'll just do this.
Call from.
Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace.
Is Mina.
How you doing, Miss Mina? God is Mina.
Hi, hope everything is well with you guys.
Everything is going all good. Hold on, let's do it. Before you start talking, let's make sure we get a test on you. Let me get a test on you real quick. Anybody that's in the comment board, can y'all hear Mina real good before she start talking? Can y'all hear her? If y'all can hear her, type in some nines. Go and say something, Mina. Let's see if they can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear her?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can y'all hear her? Type in the okay. They said they can hear you good. So what's going on? What's on your mind, Miss Mina?
So I wanted to ask the sister, what are some advice you can give someone who's trying to heal themselves on the journey that you're currently in? Because I've been trying to heal myself and trying to go on like an all food diet or lifestyle. I wouldn't say diet. And it's been difficult for me. So I'm just wanting some advice or some type of something that she can give to someone like me.
You hear her, Goddess?
Well, just think about the good after you finish everything. Like, just keep having that little spirit in your head. You got this. You got this. You got this. You can do it. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard.
I know. I've been trying for a while, and it's just I keep fighting back. Like I've been doing most alkaline things, eating alkaline stuff, taking a lot of herbs and stuff like that. But sometimes I have those days where I'm still like eating meat, and I'm trying to break off, and it's a mental thing that I'm in. This space that I'm trying to overcome, and I don't know. I just can't. It's hard.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
it's
Queen,
very
go
much
ahead, my bad.
mental thinking.
And just real quick, not to mean to interject, but if you really trying to get rid of that, you gotta get off that meat. It's all about how bad do you want it. You know, if you really, 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 really want this, which I know you do, then you just gonna have to say, you know what, to hell with this meat, because it's impossible to get rid of it on the meat, because the meat is actually feeding the parasitic. So you gotta get off the meat. It's like, it's so important. The diet is the most important thing, you know, because the diet is what's going to start cleansing the system up in the first place. And what's hiding it and what's constantly feeding it is the uric acid and the dead blood corpuscles that you get in from eating the meat. So you got to get off the meat, Mina. You just got to, especially if you want it. You know, you just got to. You got to suck it up, and you just got to do it. And I'm not even talking about a 12-step program. You got to go cold turkey and saying, you know what? I love myself too much to be dealing with this. I love myself too much to be eating stuff that I know that's killing me, and I love myself too much to be letting these worms just invade my body and think for me. You gotta take a stand, and you gotta do it now. Don't wait to take the stand. Don't prep to take the stand, and don't play with the devil, because these are demons manifesting themselves into our body, and they not finna play with you. They ain't gonna show you no mercy. If they showing you mercy, they got you eating things that's killing you. They not showing you no mercy, so show them no mercy, Mina, none whatsoever.
Yeah, I understand. I know everything. I mean, I've been watching you for a while, and I've been learning a lot. I mean, I have so much knowledge to the point where it's like, okay, you need to put forth the effort now. Like, it's all action that you have to do. And then I'm trying to lose weight as well, because I'm overweight and I'm still eating things that are causing problems for me. And then I'm not even sure if I have like some type of herpes as well, because I'm having and I sent you a question too about this. You still haven't got around to it, but I know you're busy, very busy. But I've had an outbreak on my face, around my eyes, like some scaly patches.
Yep, you might be dealing with eczema, which is nothing but a form of herpes. I want you to try something. Get you a piece of pen and a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to write down something. What kind of phone do you got? You got a phone that can record something, that can record things?
I have an iPhone.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so bet. So when you look up your phone, just go into the search bar in your regular phone and look up voice memo, and it's a recorder. What you're going to do is you're going to say, I am strong, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am magnificent, I am healed, I have the right body that I desire. Anything that's inside of my body is gone. And what we're going to do is we're going to reprogram the subconscious mind. Between your sleep state, you are in something called the theta state, right? And inside of this theta state, you have the chance to literally reprogram your whole entire mind frame, and you can do that. And the best way to do it is by recording the things that you desire and the things that you want in life, and putting it on repeat, and plugging your earphones up, and plugging your phone up into earphones, and playing that while you going to sleep and while you sleep. Now, not only are you gonna do that, we're going to get into some epigenetics. You're going to get up and you're going to write these things down. Whatever you want and whatever you desire, start writing these things down. Write them on a piece of papers. Have a vision board where you actually writing goals on the vision board. Look, you ain't even got to go hard. Go day by day. This 24 hours, I refuse to eat meat. And every minute that you think about eating meat, write down how bad it is for you, or recite how bad it is for your body. Look at the meat and recite how it's going to give you dead blood corpuscles, how it's going to break down in your body and, start really deteriorating your cells. It's so many different exercises and stuff that you can do, and stay busy. When you get hungry, start doing something else, because most people that are overweight eat because of boredom. You don't have to be bored. Find something to do. Whenever you're ready to eat something, you can look on Amazon and get plant-based gum that's made out of frankincense resin and myrrh and stuff like that. And since you're used to that chewing effect, whenever you want to eat something, just chew on a piece of plant-based gum and chew that. It's so many things you can do, but you getting on that voice memo and you recording, yourself talking about how beautiful you is, how magnificent you is, how strong you is, how healthy you is, how wealthy you is. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise, I know nothing about sickness, I am strong, I hate meat, the near sight of looking at meat, I want to vomit. And literally play that out while you in that theta state. I mean, you gonna start seeing a lot of different changes when it comes to certain food. It sounds like you gotta learn discipline, and sometimes you have to trick yourself into discipline. You see what I'm saying? Especially because we all addicted. And then you have herbs too that you can take that will stop addiction. Like, for instance, you have the quassia bark. Quassia bark is very, very good for helping you stop addiction. It's very good for you. Very good. Cascara grande is very good for cleansing out all of them different antigens that's inside of your mucosal membrane in your stomach, that you ain't got to keep tasting these different pheromones that's attached to the meat and attached to all the snack foods. You see what I'm saying? So you got quassia bark, is real good. You got another one that we used to sell. We don't sell no more, but I'm pretty sure you can find it. It's called Juda root. Juda root come from Africa, and it actually come from Jamaica. That's very, very good when it comes to breaking addictions and things like that. So these are things it's going to have to be a systematic approach, and you're going to need people that's in your corner that can motivate you. Do you got people that can motivate you, people that can keep you on track, that can call in and check up on you, and somebody that's going to hold you? We need people to hold us accountable too.
Actually, I don't. My family is very toxic, so I kind of cut myself off because I'm in the process now where I'm trying to put forth the effort, and I have to cut off a lot of individuals who aren't in, trying to, like you said, that's not trying to motivate me and see any good. So I feel like I'm in that depressed stage right now where it's just like I'm really depressed, I'm really sad, I'm in a lot of pain, and that's kind of what's causing me to still continue to.
Well, I got
I
you.
want to cry.
This what we gonna do. It's okay, cry. Sometimes you gotta let it out, God. Sometimes you gotta let it out. What we gonna do is we got a very big following. It's 800 people in the building right now. Everybody listening to you. Everybody know your name is Mina. So we gonna all put together our affirmations for you tonight. And we gonna let you know that we love you. We gonna let you know that you are healthy. We gonna let you know that you are wealthy. Y'all start putting them in the comment board. Let's give her some good affirmations right now. It was a doctor in Japanese, Hashimoto and them, and he started speaking to plants, and plants started healing themselves. He started speaking to plants, and plants started growing and started changing their biologies and their molecular structure, showing you that we have power in the voice of the masses. So we gonna come together right now, and we gonna speak against all of those, any of them demons and devils that's holding you down, anything that's holding you back from your goals, anything that's holding you back from healing, anything that's holding you back from being one and finding out who you truly are and your true purpose here in this life. We rebuke it. We put it down. This is not a part of your life. This is not a part of your reality. Fuck them demons that's inside of you. We getting rid of all them parasites. You're going to eat healthy. You're going to be wealthy. You're going to be wise. Anything that you desire, you're going to lose that body fat. Everything that you want, you can actually obtain it. You just got to write it down and you got to manifest it. So what we going to do is we going to put in a comment board everything that you are. You are beautiful. You are healthy. You are wealthy. You are one with yourself. You love yourself. You are healing. You are life. You are light. You are melanin. You are complete. You want for nothing. You lack for nothing. The universe got you. Yahweh got you. You hear me? That's what you need to be hearing. And if your family can't do it for you, then this cosmic family that's on this airline's gonna do it for you right now. All you have to do right now is just look at the comment board, and your family is on here going hard for you. You are beautiful. You are love. You are strong. You see that? You are strong. Look at that. You are love and light. You are a goddess. You are beautiful. You are life. You see that? Everybody on here, just read the comments, and all of them telling you that you got this. You can do this, Mina. You see that? So don't ever think family is just, see, you talking about relatives. There's a difference between being a relative and being related to somebody, and people that you don't know from a can of paint that love you enough to, be somewhere else, could be doing anything in the world, but they putting prayers and affirmations in the sky for you. All right, don't ever forget that you got people now.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you got this. Now look, make sure you do that tonight. Get that iPhone. Get that recorder, record all the affirmations that you see inside of this comment board. Do it with your own voice, and instead of saying you, say I am, because it's power in I am. And that's why in the Bible, Yahweh said, I am that I am. You see that? The God of Israel, the God of Abraham, the God of Yishkak, the God of Yaquab. So that I am is something very, very powerful. It activates the junk DNA within inside of your cells and the microbiome. So it just really activate that Eve gene inside of you. So make sure that you take everything that they saying inside of this comment board, and you replace the you with I am, and you listen to that when you going to sleep, and that will reprogram your subconscious mind by way of the theta state that you in, and you gonna be thanking us. You really are. And just, it's time to just take a stand, queen. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. Like, you love yourself enough to cut it off, even if you gotta suffer. You gotta get to the point where I rather suffer and be in pain before I eat this candy. I rather suffer and be in pain before I eat this damn chicken wing, because I know it's gonna bring me more pain in the end. That's it. That's how you got to get it.
Right. You're so true. I do have one more question.
All right, one more. Let's get it.
If I go on a all fruit diet, like all fruit, I don't like to say diet, but if I go on an all fruit, like that becomes my lifestyle, and I wanted to work out to lose weight, to get fit, Could I do that? Is that even possible?
Yeah, but you got to cleanse your body first. We got something that'll be on a site in 2 weeks, in exactly 2 weeks, and you know it's these powders that we putting together. We call it the Gorilla Mix. We giving it to a lot of our athletes. You know, we've been healing a lot of football players and stuff lately, of professional football players, and we give it to them to keep them on the field because a lot of people are switching over to plant based, and it's not just us; it's the whole entire world. And you know, we created this muscle building formula that's been doing real good. So it'll be on a site. We'll send you some. Matter of fact, I'll make sure we send you some samples. If you really gonna do this, we'll help you out, and I'll send you a gift.
Yes, I do, cause I want to get. I have loose skin. I know if I lose,
that's thyroid. Loose skin is thyroid. You got to work. So while you losing weight, just work on the thyroid. The thyroid is in control of your connective tissue, and that's what's gonna strengthen the tissue. That way, you won't be all flabby once you lose your weight.
Okay.
All right, we got you. So look, Mina, do me a favor. Much. Text me this number real quick. I'm gonna send you. And I'm gonna give Ania your information, and we're gonna reach out to you. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Yaki.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you all. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. All right. Man, that was beautiful. I love what y'all doing. Y'all just came together as a collective consciousness and straight, you know what I'm saying? We just whooped the devil's ass up in here in the building. Y'all put some nines in the building for that good old ass whooping that we just did on Satan. Y'all throw some nines in the building. Make sure y'all mute your phone. Mute your phone. Make sure y'all put some nines in the building, y'all. Y'all really just whooped Satan ass up in the building. That was beautiful. Just keep, make sure y'all keep her in your, make sure y'all keep her in y'all prayers. Keep her in y'all daily affirmations. And y'all, look, we got to start showing Satan that it's strength in unity in numbers. Look, these low thought form frequencies and these damn parasites ain't got nothing on us when we come together as a collective whole. And these just are facts, y'all. It's time to unify. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking for somebody to protect them, and they be amongst us the whole time. You know what I'm saying? The Army right here on my online. The Army is in the comment board. Peace, little light in healing. Speak your name, speak your peace.
Hey, peace.
Peace.
This is Akyashar.
Akyashar?
Yes, sir.
Where you from, Akyashar?
Man, I'm from everywhere, man. Right now, I'm in Washington, Spokane, Washington. Right now,
okay.
Originally from California,
okay.
But I done lived in 7 different states, so I'm from all over.
I got you. What's going on? What you got?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate the goddess on her journey, her transformation. Me and my wife, we've been going through this journey, and we've been kind of slacking, but just watching the live tonight is giving me encouragement to just go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna do it or you not gonna do it. And it's crazy because we had this conversation, earlier today in the car with my wife, and I was just like, look, if we gonna be telling people about this and telling people about the diet, we really need to do this for real so that we not just talking about it, we walking it, so but I did have a question for the goddess, and I wanted to ask, because I did hear you mention that while you was doing your detox or your cleanse or whatever, you had other people in the home that was still eating meat around you, and you still had a lot going on. What did you really have to tap into, you know what I'm saying, to really stay focused on completing it? Because that's kind of our situation right now. We have individuals around us that still doing certain things, and that's what really makes you fall back in when you're not on your own, or you're not in your own space and you got people going around. So what did you tap into, you know what I'm saying, to make you just continue to keep going?
Good question.
I just had to tune it out and look the other way. Man, you just have to tune it out and just think of the better.
So I got a question then.
Once you go a long time without the meat and things and all that, your body will, just block it out.
So I got a question too, Danica. So he said, so when you was you tapping into any type of force, unseen force? Was you praying a lot? What was that motivation? I see what he asking. What was that actual motivation to keep you going? Because you talking to a person that do fruit fasts and stuff all the time, and it used to be super super hard for me, and sometimes it still be hard. For me now when I just declare I'm finna go 6 months of just all fruit. I even sometimes it's still hard. So I get what all y'all saying. saying, don't ever think that I just got it all figured out, y'all, because I still struggle too. I'm just, you know, I'm comfortable enough and done been on here enough with y'all that I know I can just keep it real with y'all because it is what it is. So, you know, with me is I tap into meditation. You know, I surround myself about people that do the same thing that I'm doing. You know, I've built a good platform. So it's everybody I talk to, unless they clients are trying to get healed, they on the same diet as me. So it's not hard for me, you know, to bang it. It's the battle is truly within. So like he asking, what did you actually tap into? Me personally, I tap into Yahweh. I sing a lot of Hebrew songs in Hebrew. I make sure I meditate a lot. I stay busy a lot because it's hard to stay dedicated on doing what's right when your whole life you've been lied to about what's doing wrong. So I get the question. So did you do any type of prayers or in like what was you doing?
Well, yeah, I'm very spiritual, and I prayed and prayed and prayed till tears came my eyes, and I just been asking for guidance, you know, just trying to motivate myself.
Facts.
There kept me going.
That's good. So just for you, brother, for me and you know, I got something for you. Whenever I need to just dig down and there's people around me that ain't right. Now everybody that's around me is plant based, but you know, I'm just talking about when I'm around or I'm on business trips and I'm not seeing eye to eye. I feel the energy wrong or somebody trying to pull me down, man. Right. I like to sing like certain songs, man, like literally, and it's a chant that I do. You know what I'm saying? And it works because it's when I do it, it's about diaphragmatic breathing and like basically go, we calling on Yahweh, 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 Zabaoth, Zabaoth. We calling on Yahweh, 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 Zabaoth, Zabaoth. And I sing that and I sing it back to back and I break down his name in Hebrew. And when you stand in a position, you stand straight up, you put your feet shoulder length and you squat a little bit. And when you're doing it, you're breathing with the breath, man. And it's the perfect diaphragmatic breathing where you breathing in a lot of oxygen and using the CO2 constituents in your body. Bro, when I say that be all the breath, if you do that for 20 minutes, you don't even be thinking about food because you done ate so much air. You done ate so much oxygen, the prime of the Holy Ghost, man. And not only that, and then Yahweh, you know, means I am that I am. He's the creator. And then Zabaoth means the heavenly host. You calling on a cosmic army, the cosmic angels. Because what you doing is you going through a spiritual battle anyway, so you going to need your heavenly forces to come help you out. So why not call on the angels or the army of the heavenly host? Zebaoth, you know what I'm saying? And it's stuff like that. It's so many different spiritual exercises that you can do to really, you know what I'm saying, put on your spiritual gloves and whoop Satan ass, bro, for real.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to be on. You know what I'm saying? We understanding that, you know, everything, just like you saying, because, you know, I grew up in Christianity, bro, like Seventh-day Adventist. Like I was fourth generation Seventh-day Adventist. And everything, man, is evil. Everything. Like we couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's evil. And I'm starting to understand and learn that, you know what I'm saying, that stuff ain't what is, you know what I'm saying, put out there to be.
Facts.
Like how is the Most High's nature evil?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, you know, I'm starting to come out of this, and it's a battle because, like I said, I've been indoctrinated my whole life.
Me too, though, brother. It was the most scary look.
So, me
coming up out of that indoctrination was some of the most scariest things for me, brother. I actually thought that I was blaspheming the Holy Spirit at first, brother. Man, I'm like, am I blaspheming the Spirit, man? Because eating meat can't be good, so why would God tell us to eat meat? Bro, I went through the same battle, bro. I'm going to just, my advice for you, to somebody that went through it and survived through it, listen to Yahweh and listen to your inner self. Don't listen to what no man gotta say, unless if it goes against its creation, it cannot be from Yahweh. If it goes against what he created, it's impossible to be from him. It's just impossible, bro.
Facts. And if I can, Yaki, I need you. I don't know how you can send me the words to that song, you know what I'm saying, and also, you know what I'm saying, translate it into English. So I got exactly
you. We could do it real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That'll be perfect.
All right, so here go the first one. So the first one is this: Yabareka Yahweh, Ve'yiteka, Ishmerika Yair Yahweh Ponav Elika Vikuneka Yasa Yahweh Panav Elika Ve'asem Laka Shalom Ve'asem Laka Shalom Amen. That is, may the Most High bless you and may the Most High keep you, and he shall shine his face upon you. He will bless you, he will keep you, and he will give you peace. Amen. And then
the water.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. Look, just play this back and you can learn it yourself. And then the other one is, again, you calling on whenever you get into a spiritual battle and you just need to call on them angels of light, or what they call angels of light, or them melanin neurotransmitters, or going up and down at Jacob's ladder, which is because kingdom of heaven is within you. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It says that in the scripture. You will activate the heavenly host. So, and Zebaoth mean army or host. Yahweh means the Most High. Yahweh Elion Zebaoth. And you are calling on the angelical forces, or what we're going to call angels of light, or the cosmic brother and sisterhood to come down and to wage war with you. And that's why I say, we calling on Yahweh, 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 Zabaoth, Zabaoth. We calling on Yahweh, 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 Zabaoth, Zabaoth. Now you finna get into tonation frequencies, and you gotta stand up when you doing it. Make sure you standing up. Make sure your legs is right where your shoulders at, and diaphragmatic breathing. You know what I'm saying? And I try to do it right here. And you basically notice how deep I go with the toners, with the platelet and the palate of my mouth. I'm finna be breathing in all CO2 constituents and just converting over prana, or what they call the Holy Ghost, the spirit, and it's gonna go inside my bloodstream and activate my nervous system. So God name in Hebrew is Yahweh, Yahweh, however y'all want to say it. But if you look up the Hebrew letters, it's Yod, Hey, Wav, Hey. And it equals the number 8. 8 is the number for affinity. So we calling on the eternal affinity, eternal noun. But you can invoke it through the vibration of your breath. That's the reason why you got vocal cords, because your body is an instrument. That's why you have organs. Organs is what you play at a church. That's why you have vocal cords. Cords is what's on a guitar. You know what I'm saying? Chord strings. You got a cerebellum, a bellum, ding, ding, ding. You see what I'm saying? So your body is a musical instrument. I'm finna show you how to turn it into a biological weapon, though. So you spread you getting into your position, and the first word is yo. So you're gonna go yo. Hey, see how my stomach is coming out? This is a diaphragmatic breath. So if you look at what a breath is, right? When you breathe in, your stomach's supposed to expand, because my diaphragm is actually coming out. So look. And then when you exhale, everything's supposed to go in. And that's what I'm doing when I go, yo. Hey. Wow. Hey. And I'm teaching this in my breath class, bro. I'm telling you, you do that for 30 minutes, bro. You bring so much light, cold frequencies into the body, bro. It's like, bro, you will feel like you levitating, and you still stand within your culture. You still using the Hebrew name of your God, and you still stand in bounds, and you not into nothing that you think is witchcraft. Because all the stuff that I thought was witchcraft, I'm finding out that it wasn't. But it's a lot of people that ain't got farther as me yet, so they still kind of scary. So if you do what I just did, and you still stand within that name and frequency of Yahweh, and you're not calling on another God, and you using those tonations to actually heal the body and to speed up the healing and to slow down the aging. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So tonation, baby, it's deep, bro.
I'm
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. All right, go ahead. I think you back in, bro.
Yeah, no, I've been keeping up. Like I said, me and my wife, we've been tuning in, tapping in, man. We've been understanding that everything ain't just contained in them 66 books.
It's
And
not.
so we really expound in our, you know what I'm saying, our learning, and really just like you said, we letting the Most High speak to us. You know what I'm saying? If we the
Hallelujah.
children of light,
Hallelujah.
then why wouldn't the Most High be talking to us directly? You know what I'm saying, and lead us in that path. So
All praises, man. I'm glad you get
that's
it.
where we at with it, man. And I really appreciate you for what you did tonight, man. I really appreciate you for that, brother.
All
For
praises.
real.
So look, just cut that clip off and play it back. And you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure
Oh
I get
yeah.
some better clips up around here, and I just sit it on the channel for y'all can start listening to, brother. I love you indeed in the truth, brother.
Hey, same here as well. And sis, keep pushing. Thank you for your testimony. And hey, everybody keep their head up. Let's get it.
All right, peace,
Shalom.
love, light, and healing, God. Shalom, shalom.
Peace, love, and light.
So, Queen, somebody asked, did you use organic fruit the whole time that you was actually on your cleanse?
No, where I'm from, we don't usually have all
Daniqua.
those, all those organic fruits unless I go like the Whole Foods or something, and that's where
Peace,
out.
peace, Darren. Mute your
So
phone real quick for me, if you can. Mute your phone. Daniqua, if you still in the building, you got to unmute your phone. I see that you got it muted. Somebody had a good question. They asked you, did you use all organic fruits while you was on your cleanse?
you can hear me now?
Daniqua, you there? There you go. Now you just got to unmute your phone. Is you talking to us, Daniqua? I see you on here. We just can't hear you.
Oh,
There you go. Now you back. All right. Somebody asked you a good question. Somebody asked, was you on all organic fruit when you was on your cleanse?
no, I wasn't. It's hard to find organic fruits and everything where I stay, so I eat any kind of fruit that I could get to.
And I've been telling a lot of people that, even though I push all organic fruit, it's hundreds of people that are healed from all types of diseases, cancer, sickle cell anemia. We heal liver cancer, and all of them was not on organic fruits because they couldn't find it and they still healed. So, so we see unorganic fruits healing people. I would never in my life, promote that. But I mean, if you don't have nothing else left and it's still working, I mean, y'all can figure it out from there. But so y'all see that she was not on organic fruits and she still got the job done. All right, I'm finna mute you back out. Peace, little lighty healer. Speak your name, speak your peace. You can take your phone off mute now.
Peace, God.
Peace, God. What's your name, brother?
Man, this is Darren.
How you doing, Darren? Where you from?
Man, calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee in the building. How you doing, brother?
Man, all is well, man. I had to first start off with this, brother. Man, we sure love you, man. I thank God for you, dude. I don't know what planet you came from, but I'm glad you landed here.
Man, brother, I came from the Orion's belt, brother, if you want to be specific. I came from the Orion's belt. But no, man, it's good to be here, and it's good to truly just uplift the people. And look, with the humblest space in my heart, brother, no lie, no doubt, brother, I love you too, man. I used to be afraid to tell another man that I love him, brother, until about 12 years ago, man. I love you too, brother. I can honestly say that I love my people. I love my family, and that's what it's going to take to really unify us and to free us from these mental chains, man. It's love.
Absolutely, man. We won't hurt what we love. So I think it's important for us brothers to actually say that to one another, man.
Facts. I agree with you. So with that being said, again, I love you too, God. I love you too, my brother. What's going on with you? Talk to us, man.
Listen, man, I've been on my journey. I've never been a sickly guy. And in December of 2019 is when I first started coming across your information. I started researching, and I was introduced to you by way of YouTube. But I ended up on dialysis, man, December the 21st.
December the 21st?
So, yeah, of 2019.
Okay, 2019. Okay.
And So since really beginning to follow, digging deep, and listening to you, I've gotten off of meat, and I'm doing straight, just eating straight with no meats. My issue has been I'm trying to get down to the fruit because I do know grapes are really good for our kidneys, and I'm really trying to get down to that. But one of my issues is trying to find fruit with seeds in our area.
Okay. So you said you from Tennessee?
I am.
Well, look, you ain't that far from Atlanta. You like in the between spot. So if I was you, I mean, I ain't gonna say Atlanta, I say Georgia. You can find you a lot of good stuff in Georgia, bro. It's a lot of organic farmers market in Georgia where you can, you gonna have to travel a couple hours, but you better get you some fruits, man. And you can actually go and start visiting them and getting they contacts and stuff like that. Because we working on the Black Messiah project.com where we have all that stuff accessible. But we had we had a delay because of my other website got to be rebuilt. So I had to stop the Black Messiah website to get the other site rebuilt that we got up now because it's been having so many problems. But once we get that up, you actually be able to log in where you from, and then we actually be able to situate that for you. But until then, I would highly recommend that you go to Georgia, go to the outskirts of Georgia. And once you get into Georgia and start really going to the farmers market there, because I mean, damn near every farmers market we went to in Georgia, we found organic fruits and vegetables, and you can actually get on a subscription list. And just because, and I'm gonna tell y'all this too, just because it don't say organic doesn't mean that it's not organic. I need y'all to start Googling the stickers that's actually on the fruit. And if they start with an 8, if they start with a 7, a 9, and a 6, they mean something totally different. So just according to that code, where is that and the food is coming in at, find out which one is organic, because a lot of it is not going to say organic when it actually is. So make sure you do your due diligence and do your research on that too, God. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably some out there that's organic around you. You just don't know it because they don't have a big old sign up that say organic.
Exactly. I appreciate it, man. I guess another question, because I know you're busy. My mother, man, she has some cataract issues. In fact, they wanted to do, she lost a lot of her vision in her left eye, and because the eye pressure is really high. I really haven't heard, not saying that you haven't taught on it, but I haven't heard much, and maybe some of the times that I wasn't able to catch you online. But what can we do? Because she's scheduled on the 11th to undergo the surgery. They want to put a tube in the eye, to drain off and try to keep her pressure down. So what is it that she can do? Is it possible that she can actually restore her vision?
Yes. No, okay. She can restore her vision depending on if that pressure, especially if that pressure haven't broken off that optic lobe that's in the back of the eye, she can gain that back. Yeah. Usually it's a lot of pressure build up, and it causes a lot of mucus and acid to sit on the optic nerve, and it just started tearing away at something called the myelin sheaths of the nerve, of the optic nerve. If the myelin sheaths is damaged, we still can save the eye, but if it's completely broken, then we're gonna have to think about something else. And the reason why I don't talk about blindness and stuff like that a lot, because that's the only so-called disease or traumatic event that I haven't been able to heal yet. I don't know if Yahweh is trying to bring me patience with that, because if I heal that, then I turn into Goku or something and get too big headed. I don't know why, but man, I've been trying, and we just haven't been able to do that yet. Now I have been able to clear up people's eyes with like cataracts and glaucoma that wasn't completely blind, but I haven't been able to bring back a completely blind eye back to life yet. Now we have been fixing eyes for a long time and clearing up vision and removing mucus and stuff through the eyes, through eye bright, through bilberry, through deal weed and stuff like that. We have been regrowing connective optic nerve tissues, but as far as like a completely severed optic nerve being completely blind, the reason why I haven't talked about it a lot, because I don't want to talk about something I haven't done, and I haven't done that yet. But we have brought a lot of people's eyes back to life though, that was just blurry, had high blood pressure, and the pressure messed up the octave lobe, and just mucus and acids being built up on the iris. We can bring that back. First thing you have to do is check the kidneys and the adrenals though. because whenever you're dealing with the kidneys and adrenals, and you have to keep in consideration that the eyes is directly connected to the pancreas. So, poor pancreas health is poor eyes. High blood pressure and bad systolic and diastolic pressure, that goes up to the eyes and the sinus cavities too. So first thing I would do is go after the adrenals and the kidneys, make sure that the lymphatic system is moving and filtering all the metabolic waste. If you can, put her on an all fruit diet. If not, put her on an all raw diet. And while you're on that, get the essential glandular kit off the website, and along with the essential glandular kit, what you're going to need is get some eye bright or the eye bright tincture that we got now, and she's going to have to start washing her eyes out. She's going to start waking up with tons and tons of mucus just closing her eyes together, showing you how messed up and how build up of acid and mucus is truly inside the eye. Other than that, you have to truly go after the nervous system, because if that optic lobe is filled up with acids, or if it's a detached retina or anything, you got to try your hardest to try to rejuvenate that. And the way you rejuvenate any cellular tissue inside of the physical mechanism is going to always be a high fruit diet, high in berries. So, put her on the berries, put her on a high fruit diet. Make sure you're going after the kidneys and the adrenals. Go after all the glands, because the glands is directly attached to the vision, especially the pancreas. Get the essential glandular kit from off the website, and get some eye bright, or you can get our eye bright eye wash tincture off the website, and order that and really start doing them tinctures. Make sure you buy the eye cups from off of Amazon, because we don't sell the eye cups, and you just put 10 to 15 drops of that in some distilled water, and she'll wash her eyes out 3 times a day. If that don't work, then they need to really look at the back of that octave nerve in the myelin sheaths to see if she have a detached retina or anything. And if it's that, then I try to work on it, because I love to get that healing testimony. I just have yet to done that part yet, brother. I done healed everything but that, bro. Literally.
Wow. Well, I hope you can, man. We'd love to have that to happen. What would it take, man, to actually fly you here to Memphis for an event?
So right now we usually be charging like $6 to $7 grand, but right now I got a $5,000 package going on. So five grand, we'll pack the place. Every seminar I've ever had, once you pay the fee, we'll pack it out. You know what I'm saying? We'll pack it out. So
okay.
so that's what it is.
That's what I want to do. So what information can you? I don't know how to reach out. I've tried a few times. I'm thankful that I got through tonight.
All praises. So for the actual for the actual bookings, you're gonna email us at healing HEALING at yakiawakened.com. Healing at yakiawakened.com. You will get with Kawhi Aniya. Once you'll pay half the fee. You'll pay the other half amongst us on us coming. We'll bring all our herbs. We'll bring the setup. The only thing you got to provide is that in the building, man. And we'll pack it out. Like I said, I pack out everywhere I'm booked at. So it'll be fun, man. We can get some good stuff going on there. Where I bring some herbs and we can talk about some things that ain't nobody ever discussed before.
Looking forward to it, man. Thank you for everything that you do. We're going to continue to support you, man. And you be safe out there.
All right, and look, you got this number too. Shoot me a text, and I'll shoot it over to Aniya now. And then it's healing at yakiawaken.com. So yeah, shoot me a text real quick with your name and where you from, and I'll remember you. And I had them reach out to you. Let's get it going.
Okay, appreciate it, brother.
All right, peace, God. All right, 7, man, y'all blowing me up, y'all. I couldn't even talk to the man y'all calling back to back. I got one more phone call in me. Anybody got anything else for the queen? For the queen that's online. Ask her question. She's on here, y'all. She's on here. Don't forget about her. Matter of fact, let me put her back up here. There she go. She ain't went nowhere. Peace, little light of healing. Speak your name, speak your peace. You just hung up, y'all. Whoever that was. 708-831-2335. Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace.
Hey, Yaki.
Hey, how you doing? Cut the background down.
Sure. So I did just cut the background now.
All right, what's going on with you? What's your name?
My name is Chetty. I'm from Grenada.
From Grenada. So how you doing?
I'm good, sort of.
Sort of. What's going on with you? Talk to me.
Well, I've been following you for the past few months now. I'm actually been following Dr. Sebi as well.
Okay.
I've been experiencing the same thing that the what's her name is on the line. I didn't actually, I did do a test, but the test came back negative. But I keep seeing that the zosters from the herpes virus, it's showing up.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I did, I noticed, well, the medication, it's steroids and it suppresses the immune system. And
Yes, it does.
when you're trying to fight off a virus, you don't suppress the immune system, because what you'll do, you'll weaken it. So I never took medication for it, right? So I've been following like a lot of herbs and so that you can use to get rid of it naturally. Um, but it's been very hard. I've been a vegan from since March. I think that's when I first started experiencing it, but it's very hard to go on an all fruit diet.
Okay.
We do have the fruits here, they grow naturally here, but it's very hard to go on an all fruit diet. I used to weigh like 190 pounds, and since I've been on the vegan diet, I now weigh like 150. But to me, I think like I lost a lot of weight, so it's very, very difficult to keep on it and go ahead with the vegan diet. Go ahead with the all fruit diet.
Yeah, but
So
go ahead.
so I'm trying to figure out like if there's like a different way, or if there's like only one way you would recommend doing it.
It's only one way I recommend you doing it, and that is an all fruit diet. Don't even care about the weight. Gain the weight once you heal. All fruit diet with the geogenetic package. That's the only way I know, because that's the only way I done seen it done. That's the only way I done ever seen it done. I know for a fact that it's people that I talk to all the time that was healed by Dr. Sebi, but it's just the diet that people is on now is just like the grains and stuff is not doing it. It's not. I don't see people healing on that diet. I haven't seen one person I know personally that can show me paperwork of them healing on that diet, eating them grains and stuff like that. I've only been this personally. I'm not saying that it don't exist. I'm just saying me personally. I've only seen herpes healed on an all fruit diet. I done seen people heal with a few mistakes and mess ups and relapses, but it's usually the all fruit diet with the geogenetic therapeutic package that get it. I'm not saying I'm the only one out here healing it. I've heard of other people healing with other people herbs, but guess what? Even when I heard that, it was on an all fruit diet. So I've never heard it on the Dr. Sebi diet though. I'm not gonna even lie, and I'm not knocking him. That's why I hate even bringing up the conversation, because I don't want people to think I'm shooting shots at them, but I'm not. I've just have never heard of anybody healing from herpes on the Sabian diet, because the Sabian diet, like for instance, the rye, the spelt and stuff like that. That was the video I did yesterday. It's so mucus forming, and we did our own tests. All you gotta do is you can do it right now. Just boil that stuff, and it'll show you the glue and the amyloplankton that store it. It's impossible to truly heal the body on that, and that's the reason why if you went to his healing center, you only ate at 12 o'clock, and that was really it, because you had to spend the rest of your day getting rid of all that mucus, so I just all fruit diet. That's the only way that I know. Now, it might be somebody out there that, can heal you on that diet. Maybe you should check out his son. His son don't like me at all. Always talking smack about me, but I hope y'all see this. I'm telling you, you can go holler at his son. I heard he had some healing testimonies. Haven't seen them for myself, but I heard he did in fact have some. I ain't seen one with herpes, but maybe he'll know, since that's his son and he recommend his daddy diet. But me, I don't recommend that diet at all when it comes to healing. I think Dr. Sebi diet food list is a good transitional, food list into a raw alkaline, but trying to heal on cooked foods, I just don't see it happening.
Well, what I do is presently I eat a lot of greens. So like you see kale, I eat them raw. I eat lettuce raw. I've noticed that you're not supposed to eat tomatoes.
Yeah, it's a nightshade.
But I
It's a
still do. Like
nightshade.
I eat them.
See, it's
Yeah,
you can't eat that because the nightshades got arginine in them. So you can't eat you can't eat tomatoes, and then you talking about gnarly greens that have a lot of cellulose. You ain't gonna be able to heal no herpes when you on kale and stuff unless you're juicing your kale, because you got too much starch.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a lot of starch that's hiding inside the cellulose of the walls of the plants, and inside of that is high levels of cellulose and starch. So I wouldn't recommend. That's why I recommend an all fruit diet, because greens slow down the healing process. Whenever we want to slow somebody down from healing to too fast and pooping and vomiting and got diarrhea, we put them on solids because the solids, the greens and the vegetables slow down the healing because of all of the cellulose that's in them. So it's kind of impossible, to heal from that particular type of parasitic viral load on greens. It's going to have to be fruits.
So basically what I do, so like I don't only eat the kale. I juice it. I juice it with cilantro. I'm not sure if you know about cilantro.
I know about cilantro.
We call it Sharon Benny here.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I use that. I would basically use cilantro also.
That's good. Now cilantro is good.
Yeah, I would use cilantro with it also. I also use the purple sea moss. I don't use the golden one.
Good.
Because I make my own. So I use the purple sea moss, and I use hemp seeds in it as well.
See, you can't be on the hemp seeds either. You got to get rid of all seeds, no seeds, because seeds are very high in amino acids. We're not trying to put amino acids because we're dealing with a protein. You don't want to add proteins on top of a glycoprotein. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you got to get rid of all seeds, all nuts. You got to get rid of them. All greens. If you want to get rid of this quick and just worry about your weight, gaining your weight later, go on an all fruit diet. I'm telling you, all fruit diet and do the geogenetic therapeutic package, or do the all fruit diet and try the herbs that you already got. You'll have a better chance than doing that with your own herbs, going on an all fruit diet, than to being on that other diet list. And I don't want to name it because I don't want people think I'm throwing shots and then using the diet. That is not going to do it. I've yet to see that diet do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was studying and seeing how the healing was done, it was so much herbs in high quantity, and they only ate once a day. So if you're doing that now, I did see a lot of good feedback from it. You know what I'm saying? From Net when they was at the Usha village. But if you look at it, they was eating according to the circadian rhythm, and they was only eating one time at 12 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? So if you eating once in the morning and then once at 12 o'clock, and then you spending that whole 24 hours until 8 in the morning. I think it was 8. I don't want to lie because I was never at Usha Village. And then you only eating them 2 times a day within that 4-hour window. That might work, but I don't know because I've never tried that. You see, I go straight to nature, and in nature we don't cook food. In nature you don't have pots, skillets, and pans, and you're not mixing no spelt flour with water and making. You're not doing that in nature. Now I'm not saying that we don't do that, but I'm not healing for HSV. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
Yeah.
If you're trying to truly heal the body and get rid of the parasite and get rid of that protein, you have to go back to nature. And nature don't show cooking food. Nature show an all raw natural diet, and you have to go more towards the primates because you are a primate, classified primate family. We look and we assimilate more like gorillas and monkeys and stuff like that. And if you look at their true diet or live it, they are frugivores in nature. So if you really want to heal the body, go on an all fruit diet, and the only vegetables you're going to take in is going to be through breaking up that cellulose, and them are going to be tinctures, them going to be grinded up powders, them going to be capsules and stuff like that, or what we call herbs, which is nothing but the vegetable kingdom.
All right. So basically what I'll tell you that the herbs that I use now. So I use oregano oil.
That's good.
I think it's red clover.
Red clover, good. Cleanses the blood, strengthens up the blood vessels.
I use sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla, good. Where is it from? Honduras, Jamaica, Africa? Where is it at?
That's the thing. It's the Indian one. So I'm not sure.
So that's not the real sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
And that's the sarsaparilla that one my wives love that, but it's not the same as you using. It tastes real good. Sarsaparilla don't taste good. You need either Honduran sarsaparilla or Jamaica sarsaparilla, and that's the one that have the high iron phosphate in it. So don't do the Indian one.
Okay. I also use cat's claw.
Cat's claw is very good for STDs, cleaning out the urinary tract. Slippery elm is more of a alkali. It's good for pooping and actually lining the gastrointestines. That's good.
Yeah. And one that says
Podiarco is good for herpes, cleansing out the intestinal tract and killing parasites. That's a good herb too. That's good.
Yes. So basically basically that's what I use along with the other garden herbs like the cilantro, the culantro.
Yeah, and them are
And
all of
that
your them getting rid of all the metals. And you're right. You're right. Somebody just said red clover is used for the lymphatic system too. Red clover flower buds is used for the lymphatic system. The leaves are not. The leaves are more used for cleansing the blood and strengthening the blood. But you are right if you're talking about the flower tops. You're right. Red clover is very good for the flower tops. But yeah, no, you sound like you're on the right track, but you're going to have to go after them kidneys and everything you just said. And when none of them kidneys and adrenal herbs, and you're going to have to go after the kidneys and adrenals to truly, truly heal the body. I recommend you just get that geogenetic therapeutic package off the website, go on all fruit diet, and we can get rid of this real quick, brother.
Yeah, well, I did actually send you guys an email. It was a very short email, but I did send you guys an email.
Okay, well, Aniyah, Jamal, Yisra, somebody get back to you. We got thousands and thousands of emails, thousands and thousands of orders, so we will get back to you. But I think if you go that way, it'll be quicker.
Quicker, yeah. What I also wanted to mention, I heard that you mentioned Patrick Dowse at some point.
Yeah,
before, and he said that.
Patrick Dowse. He actually had one. I seen him with one healing herpes testimony probably like 3 years ago. He had one of them, and they was on an all fruit diet, I believe. I can't really mark it, but I think it was an all fruit diet. So you could check him out as well. I did see one from him though. Like I said, I'm not a liar, but other than that, the only person I know that's really out here really cleansing stuff like that is, you looking at him. So.
Yeah, well, he basically just came back to Grenada, so I wanted to see him, but he was in quarantine. They have like a 7-day rule quarantine when you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, holla at him. Now, I don't agree with his diet, but he do have healing testimonies though. But I don't agree with his diet, just like I don't agree with. I mean, but what herbalists do agree with everybody, So maybe this is a natural thing.
Yeah, it's true. But I do want to go on the all fruit diet, but you see, I don't really have the support around me like that. Usually, no, most of my friends, they saw that I lost weight, and everybody's, oh, you lose so much weight,
man. Don't look,
how people
don't be worried about them, man. Look, I got to take one more call before I get up out of here. I'm gonna just leave you with this. Don't be worried about what everybody, you on your healing journey. Let them say what they want to say, because you know what you got to do to get the job done. Then gain weight on them, muscle up on their asses, and then tell them to look at the physique after you get back tight. But don't worry about what they talking about. You trying to heal for something and overcome something. You see what I'm saying? Everybody want to say you look sickly. What's wrong with you? The moment you try to do something positive and you get off the wrong foods, now all of a sudden you look sick because they ain't vibrating on the same frequency as you. Let them vibrate low and you keep vibrating high.
All right, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right,
so
appreciate
much.
you too. All right, peace.
All right.
All right, this is my last phone call. Peace.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right, this is the last phone call. Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your piece.
Christy.
How you doing, Christy?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you feeling?
I'm doing great.
All praises.
Good to hear your voice.
Good to hear yours. Is this Christy that I always be giving shots out to on my comment board?
Yes, it is.
How you doing, love? I love you. I said she be going hard in the comment board. How you doing, goddess?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad to talk to you because I wanted to ask a question. I done sent my blood work in to y'all. I'm waiting on some more blood work to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to do what I really want to do. But anyway, I've been having issues with my stomach and my head. I think it's menopause, but I'm not for sure. I done been to all kind of doctors, hematologists, neurologists, eye doctors. I done been to them all, and ain't nobody giving me no answers. I don't know what to think, what to do. I've been doing my herbs and stuff, the ones that I have, because I did order some stuff, but I'm not really sure, why nothing is subsiding, really. I don't know if I'm on the right track or not.
So let's get to the bottom of it real quick. Exactly what symptoms are you going through with your stomach?
With my stomach, I'm having where I'm not pooping like I should.
Okay, so we got constipation.
It's not coming out like it should. I can go to the restroom, and I know that you said when you poop and you wipe and it's not clean, you're not done.
So you getting that smudgy?
I get a lot of that.
You getting that smudgy stuff left on the paper? So look, that just I can tell you right now what that is. That means your colon is just fully packed of poop. You probably got about 20, 30 years of poop packed up in that colon, goddess. So the only way to get that out, you got to break it up, and sometimes that take time, especially if you're not on like herbs that's going to really purge that intestinal tract and cleanse out that transverse colon and that duodenum or that duodenum. What you're gonna need to do is, if you haven't bought herbs much yet and you got a local herbal store around you, until you get your herbs from us, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Write down this list real quick. I'm finna give you, it's called a super mover. You take this, it's gonna flush you out. You're gonna be pooping everywhere. But you gonna feel good though, and it's gonna relieve a lot of pressure from the sinus cavity, because usually when you backed up interstitially in that transverse colon and you constipated in the gut, that's where you get all that pressure in your head from. So we gonna get rid of the headaches, the pressure in the head, and all of that.
Okay.
So let me know once you got your pen and pad.
I'm gonna put it in on my notepad on my phone. I'm listening. I'm ready.
Okay, look, what we finna do is hydrate the system, because that's what you're dehydrated. That's what's causing the constipation. You need to get all the H3O2 down there to liquefy that colon for you can start opening up them bowels and really moving. So this is what you call a super mover tonic. Write that down. Y'all write this down, y'all, and somebody put this in the comment board. A super mover herbal tonic. All right, so the first herb we're going to put on a super mover herbal tonic is Cascara sagrande. Cascara sagrande. That's the first one you're going to put on there. Cascara sagrande.
Okay.
All right. The second one we're going to put on there is slippery am inner bark. Slippery am inner bark. Slippery am inner bark.
Okay.
All right, the third one, because we got to stimulate the blood vessels in there, we're going to use burdock and dandelion root. Burdock and dandelion root.
Dandelion root.
You got that? All right, now look, this last one is gonna really soothe and pull and tug at that intestinal tract, and we talking about blessed thistle. Blessed thistle.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do with this, I don't even want you to make these in capsules. I want you to put these on a stove, all equal parts. You're going to put all equal parts. I say do about a quarter ounce each. Put them all equal parts on the stove. You're going to put them in 16 ounces of distilled water, and you're going to turn it on to a boil. Let it boil for 2 minutes, and then you're going to turn it down and let it simmer. Let that deal simmer for about 20 minutes and cook it down until about 8 ounces of water in this herbal tonic. You drink that down. It's going to be hard to get it down, but you're going to get it down. If you get that down and you can do that once a day, I guarantee I have you pooping 10 times a day within 3 days. I guarantee.
Wow.
Guarantee.
Okay.
And there you go. That's what you need. And then you know what you're gonna get from us. You already know what you need, but if you can't get that of everything you got going on, just get the kidney and adrenal kit until you're able to get that big geogenetic therapeutic package, the kidney and adrenal kit, where we are really focused on the lymphatic system in the kidneys.
Okay. Let me go kidney and adrenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have that already coming. I got quite a bit of stuff and adrenal, because I kept going back. I was like, they got stuff for my teeth. They got stuff for this.
Everybody be looking. Look, me and Ania and Kawabi looking. We be like, they just ordered 8 things in 2 days. Why didn't they just order it all together? So that's what y'all be doing. Y'all be buying stuff and then going back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see a lot of y'all on here talking about H3 on H3O2. I just did an in-depth lesson in class on that 2 days ago. Just go on to YouTube and go back 2 days ago, and I called it what you think about water, and it talks about the H3O2 and all of that. So go to your local store and get that goddess. You probably ain't gonna even spend no more than $50, and that's your super mover right there. Cascara sagrande, slippery am inner bark, burdock and dandelion root, and blessed thistle. That's gonna clean you right on up.
Wow. I sure do appreciate that.
Oh, it's all good,
I
goddess.
sure do.
All good.
All right. Thank you. I love y'all. Peace, love, light, and healing.
I love you too, goddess. Peace, love, light, and healing. Let me bring back in the sister goddess. Where she at? Let me add her back in here real quick. Do you got any last words to say to the people before we get off this line, sister goddess? I got you back in.
I just want everyone to know if you're going through something, You can do it. No matter how hard it is, you can do it.
Y'all hear it? If you going through something,
pray, you can do it.
That's right. No matter how hard it is, you can most definitely do it, y'all. Just believe, pray, keep at it. Make sure you're on your all fruit diet. And be determined and get some of them good herbs. I ain't even got to say you get them from me. I ain't gonna say I got some of the best herbs in the world though. But if you know somebody else that got some herbs like mine, hey, have at it. It ain't about the money. It's about me healing my people. But if you want that for show, you know, YakiAwaken.com. What can I say? So you know, we love y'all, Mina. We love you, Sister Goddess. We love you as well. We commend you. We give you a round of applause for real for just being brave enough and having this courage to come up here and to, you know, tell all your business. And hopefully this will inspire a lot of other people that we be healed and asking y'all to do testimonies. And y'all be like, no, I'm too shy. I'm too scared. I don't want them to see my face and know my name. Hopefully this will make y'all break through that courage, because the more and more people that come forth and the more people that do this, the more we can come together as a collective conscious, as a community, and truly get our healing. All right, so with that being said, go ahead. You got anything else to say, Goddess?
If I can do it, you guys can do it, because I'm very nervous, and yes, I want to help people.
But you got through it though. You was nervous, but look, you got through it. We've been on this deal about 3 hours. You did it. You did it.
Thank you.
All praises. So yeah, Queen, I got you. I'm gonna make sure I reach out to you tomorrow. I got a gift and stuff for you, so I'm gonna reach out to you tomorrow and we're gonna get some things to you, okay? So I'm gonna make sure I call you. It's probably gonna be around noon or something like that, but I will reach out to you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Queen. Peace, Queen. Love you, Queen.
All right.
Peace. All right, so man, that was beautiful. Had a good time with that. Again, a lot of people was asking to see the testimonies again. How y'all do that? What y'all gonna do is this. All you gotta do is go to my Facebook or go to my Instagram, or you will go to my actual YouTube community. And all you gotta do on Facebook is just type in Yaki Hickman and then type in healing testimony. And they are all pop up. If you go to all, you'll see just all healing testimonies on here. You see that? But if you go to post, you will see every post about every healing testimony. Or you can go to photos, and all the photos will pop up as well. Like even if you click on photos, look at all these photos. Just photos of healing testimony after healing testimony. Look, y'all, skill loading after healing testimony. Look at all these testimonies, y'all. Herpes testimony. Viral, like all testimonies, y'all, and all of this is in real time, y'all. These are not lies. These are people that's been healing of cancer, HIV. These are people that's been healing of all types of viral loads, or what they call viruses. All of these things, y'all. Just type it up. It is all there. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff been here for years and years and years. So the stuff is real. You know, if you need healing herbs, you want to change your life around, and you really want to get rid of these sicknesses and diseases, www.yakiawaken.com. If you got these so-called viral loads, always go with the geogenetic level 2 or up. Just take back your healing, take back your health, y'all. All right. And while you healing, make sure that you on an all fruit diet and getting your H3O2s inside of you. For those that's been asking and talking about H3O2, which is the real hydrogen factor in water that you need, just go back a few videos and I did a whole extensive class about H3O2. If you love yourself and you ready to take your life back, you ready to unify, you ready to just love on others, and you ready to love your brother and sister, the fellow God and goddesses like you love yourself, tell yourself that you love yourselves. You love yourself. Let me hear it. You love yourself. Yes, and the highest one. Y'all been listening to Cameron Lopez, the cucumber. Y'all make sure y'all go check that video out. I went in on that, man. I really did. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. The ancestors was really speaking through me. There goes Sade. Hey, how you doing, goddess? I see my son's photo. Yeah, that little joker on there too. That little joker on there as well. All praises. All praises. All right, well, yeah. All right, let's see who got it. All right, Fee Bill, I love you, Fee Bill. Anetta Wilkins, I love you, goddess. Tiff Moore, there you go again. I always see you, goddess. Shouts out to you. You're a good supporter. I see you on every live. I love you, goddess. Eileen, I love you, goddess. K Knight, I love you, God or goddess. I don't know if you a god or a goddess. Kathy Davis, I love you, goddess. Keisha, I love you, goddess. Jania Rishid, I said that. I hope I'm saying your name right. You're going to have to actually do the syllables so I can spell that right. I love you, goddess. Roz Perry, I love you, goddess. RBC, I believe that you a god. I love you, God. Major Keys, I love you, God. Done with it. I believe you a male too. I love you, God. Mr. Tucker, I love you, God. Amanda Larry, I love you, Goddess. Gay Nereus Moore White, I think I said that right. I love you, family. Kathy, go get a van. I love you, Goddess. Yes, them cucumbers is so powerful. That's the number one. 96% of H3O healing waters is inside of the cucumbers. I love you, Goddess. Williams, I love you. I love you. Yolanda Green, I love you, Goddess. Shorty Slugger, I love you, Goddess. One Love, I love you, Goddess. Carla Miller, I love you, Goddess. Rachel Richmond, I love you, Goddess. My brother Nick M, I love you, God. Peace to the gods. How y'all feeling? Elise Gary, I love you, Goddess. Jamal Jackson, make sure y'all follow Jamal Jackson. He do work for the company. He's doing a great job inside the chat board. Dude's doing amazing things. He's staying up with y'all. A lot of y'all be talking to him now. I love you, God. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Jamal Jackson, man, you're doing a great job, and I appreciate you. I can't thank you enough, man. All is in alignment, man. All is in alignment. All right, Ramsey Lee Jr., I love you, Goddess. Evie, I love you, Goddess. Well, I love you, God, Ramsey. I believe you a God. Jeremiah Ban Yesha Allah, I love you, God. Terriana, what's up, Goddess? That's another one of my supporters, man. I love her to life. I love you, Goddess. LaShonda, I love you, Goddess. Michaela Houston, I love you, Goddess. Zealous Juan, I love you, Goddess. Rosanna Flores, I love you, Goddess. Williams, I love y'all. Man, where are my brothers at? It's this timeline flooded with women. Where the brothers at? Don't be scared to tell another man you love them now. I love all my brothers on here, all the gods on here, and all the goddesses and sisters, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Indeed, the truth. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. I might go live tomorrow. I got to be out of town Thursday morning. So if I'm feeling up to it and I go to sleep like right now, I might be able to go live tomorrow. If not, then I'm going to have to catch y'all Friday, proving that we are, in fact, true extraterrestrial beings. I feel like I was supposed to have like some music and shit in the background when I said that. That was some real commercial shit right there. Proving that the black man and the black woman is extraterrestrial beings. It's supposed to be some type of like, you know what I'm saying, side effects or some shit to go with that. Straight up. But anyways, man, peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the guys, peace to the earth. Peace.